So,
No, this is only addressing what the tangible that you like.
This is yours.
Yara, can we switch spots?
mm-hmm.
Jiminy.
Again?
Put this in that corner.
Mm-hmm.
Does not be.
Yeah. You pass it to my back so I can plug in the shorter.
Okay, so super welcome to our crazy nights of D&D, because they do get weird. Just saying that now.
Blisters on my fingers!
You're gonna hear a couple turns before it's your turn. If you have questions, question away. During each turn, there will be 5 different phases. So movement, interaction, action, bonus action, and reaction. Take the time to think of what's going on and what you're going through. You will be the only person that doesn't have a location. You can pick your location. Simply because I think it'd be better instead of starting you off somewhere else, way next to somebody else, far and far. Because we have like 9 different stories going on at once right now. And nobody's close to anybody. Or there's like a couple people close to each other, but not enough.
Oh, I see it's a little funny though. I'm like, you just opened that.
But you'll notice that there's only a couple people that are close to each other, and I think it'd be easier for you to integrate your character to somebody instead of just.
To someone?
You're close to Dredd, but Dredd isn't playing with us for the moment because he's still off and doing college stuff. So until he comes back and doing stuff, then you'll be like right next to each other.
I'm not being
Either that or you take his army.
He's just working.
Well, he's working. Okay. So during our last session, you, Phil, excuse me, Giles, ended up.
It's Giles.
Giles. Okay, Giles ended up getting the maps read to you about where you needed to go. Remember, one of them is a powder one and the other one is a liquid one. So you still have to rephase your maps to what they are. You sent off Lucy, and Lucy's been captured.
The tiny one?
Yes.
By who?
So, damn it, Lucy, snarled Giles as he packed his empty rations bag. Apparently, Lucy, too, had been busy while he was so quiet. Well, back to the tavern then. Lucy, though, heads back to the house of the scribe, and an odd feeling of pressure surrounds him, forms into a bubble around him. Lucy is trapped, and the house is gone. But you don't know about the house. Not really. I mean, if you go back, there is no house, and Lucy's gone too.
But I only sent one of the mini Lucy's.
You only sent one of the mini Lucy's.
So I have this Lucy with me.
You only have a Lucy left. The other one you sent off to find Alphys.
Fred.
Then you have no Lucy's because you sent one for Alphys
No.
a couple turns ago. You sent an Alphys one, then you sent the one to the house for the scry. And the third one was what?
Of me.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, fine. So what do you want to do?
I downgraded.
Oh, to the little one?
Because he split in 3 and I said one to go look for. I was looking for Alphys?
You sent one off to Alphys way back ago.
Alphys.
No, Catherine.
Alphys.
Mm-hmm. One back to the house and he's been captured. And now you have your third.
So where am I? Heading back to the tavern?
You're in the town heading back to the tavern. If you wish to go to the tavern. You had mentioned so because you wanted to restock on rations.
I think I need to stop at the blacksmith first.
Blacksmith. Go ahead and roll for initiative.
Five.
Out of 20?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Some unsavory humans are known for robbing people along the road. There's usually nothing more than a few men who manage to arm themselves and lie in wait for travelers. As a precaution, you should go ahead and roll a 1d6. As you hear them talking as you pass them.
Five.
One of the men decides to go ahead and attack you. And
I roll a 5.
in defense, you don't get hit the first time. Can you block a 5?
That would be what?
Attack hit points. Sorry guys, this is the first time that we actually get to...
This is our first battle.
Yeah.
My armor class is 16.
Okay. So you can defend a 5. I have a 5. Do you want to know more information about them?
Well, if they're attacking me, does that mean I have to...
You're not getting out of this without hitting back.
Okay. How many are there?
Just one.
How far are they?
Right next to you.
Okay.
You pass them by.
Unarmed strike.
Go ahead and roll 1d6 again.
Six.
6 plus 7?
Is
13. He's still not down. Again, attack you for a 5.
Does it hit?
You need to do a 1d6 and see if you can defend it as a reaction.
I got a 1.
You take 5 hit points of damage.
So I'm down to 2 hit points left.
Yes, sir. And your final reaction?
I don't have any potions, do I?
No. No, you haven't bought any.
And I don't have any cantrips or...
No.
What level am I?
You should be a level 2 right now.
So where are my level 1 and 2 spells?
You haven't set forth to going and doing them. I have them here. Cure wounds, purify food, lesser restoration, and zone of truth.
Heal wounds? Can I heal myself?
But you haven't gone and actually rolled for what you can do with them. You haven't done that for a
Yeah,
while.
did I
Kiara's
read
been the only one to actually do it.
Yeah, did I real quick?
Roll me. Here. All 3.
What do you... Okay, because I know that face. He's gonna do something good. Oh, bingo.
What is it?
A 1 and a 4.
Lucy
And
can't help you.
And I...
Lucy can't help you. Lucy's just sitting there watching.
With that.
You got this!
Damn.
Wait.
Okay.
How do we figure out which level we're at? I'm sorry.
I'll go ahead and I'll tell you now after Phil's done.
Oh, okay.
So you should have an XP card now, and depending on the amount of XP that you have is the level that you are. And I'll go ahead and I'll tell you. You still have a reaction. I counted the Lucy jump as a bonus action. and this dude is just getting ready to chop you.
Longsword. That's 1d8.
Yep. Go ahead.
Damn!
What is it?
2.
2 plus 5 is 7. Plus 7 is 14. It hits. As a 14 attack. He is down. You don't know his name.
Did I get an arm off? It's just a flesh wound!
Yeah. He's dead. You went ahead and grabbed 25 experience.
Can I ransack the body?
Your reward off of the body. Go ahead and roll initiative.
$17.
Is an ornate arcane crown. Cost, assumably, if you go to the right person, is 100 GP.
Something for potion. Okay. So now I have.
And you wanted to pick his
What
pocket?
is it? Arcane? Yes.
Ornate arcane crown. Estimated value 100 gold pieces.
Can I go through his pockets?
Go ahead and roll a 1d4.
Hold on, because now instead of 7, I'm down to two.
Yeah, 2.
I'm down to Butterfingers.
2.
I'm down to 2. And you said a
1d4.
D4.
The triangle. It's the bottom one. What is it?
It's a 1.
You grab 40 extra gold pieces from him.
So I grabbed 25 the first time.
25 XP.
25. Whoa, 25 XP.
Yeah, there's a XP card in there. So inside your wonderful packets, there should be a gold piece, multicolor line card. That's where you keep track of your money. A big white card, that's for experience. You start adding the sum of your experience. Right now, level 1 is 1,000 experience. Level 2, 3,000 experience. Level 3, 5,000 experience.
Were you keeping track of my gold too?
Yes.
How much did I have before I got the extra 40?
You always do this. I'm gonna
No,
stop
I want
telling
to
you.
make sure that I have the same number.
I'm gonna stop telling you because I started looking at yours and it was all over the place. And I believe you used it all the last time. You should have had at least 1,000 gold.
1,000 gold from where?
Okay, so then we didn't do this one.
No.
Okay, so for Phil and Kiara, since you were at the Night of Satan one, you should have gotten 1,000 XP on your XP card and 1,000 gold. I think you didn't write it down. Check your XP
You
card.
got me the 1,000.
Yeah, so that means that you didn't write down your 1,000 gold.
I had 218, and then I have a plus.
Plus 1,000. So did you write down your 1,000 XP?
No, because our XP plate was all over the place, and you told me to stop.
Yeah. So now you should have 1,000 XP on your XP card. Is there 1,000 on there?
I already had 1,000 beforehand.
Exactly.
So I have 1,100.
So
There
I have
should
to
be
add
just
another?
no. There should be just 1,000 mark on there. You have 1,000 on yours? Yes. Okay, then you're fine.
Okay, so
He was the one that didn't write
so
it down.
now I'm up to 1,180 gold pieces,
1,180 GP.
and my XP is 1,425.
1,425. You're at level 1.
Well, we
Level
started the
2
game.
breaks at 3,000.
We just started the game.
Oh, where's the leveling sheet?
No more. I changed it for the card. So there's that card.
So how am I supposed to know what level I'm at?
Yeah.
I tell you, depending on the whole sum. So your
Okay.
sum is less than 3,000,
Mm-hmm.
you're still at level 1.
So level
Yeah.
2 is at 3,000?
Yes.
Okay, so I need to do my level 1 spells.
Okay.
Your level 1 spells are Cure Wounds, Cure Wounds, and you have to,
Roll for
information,
effectiveness.
yeah, and Purify food / drink. So, for Cure Wounds, you want to do both right now?
Yeah.
Okay. For Cure Wounds, you're gonna have to do a Constitution check, which is a D8. So you're rolling 1 D8.
D8. I got 5. So Constitution. I have it at 14. No, 15.
So you have a +3, which makes it 8. So when you cure wounds, you get 8 HP back.
Okay. Where do I write that down?
Okay, I was getting paid.
And then for Purify Food.
Purify food, you're gonna do a Wisdom check,
Okay.
and that's
what?
a D12.
A D12.
Yeah.
Is there supposed to be 12?
5.
Hold on.
So, I mean, are there supposed to be 12 dice? No.
It's a couple different ones.
So you said intelligence,
No, I mean
right?
in total.
I have intelligence is at 11.
Dice are supposed to be.
No, wisdom.
I need
Oh,
not intelligence.
wisdom is at 16, and I got a +3, so 8.
What did you do? 5?
5.
So
Yeah, and
12.
like all.
5 + 3 is 8 again.
Yeah.
So you're gonna do
Just here.
8, a +8 Constitution when you purify food and drink.
How do I write that down? Plus the Constitution. Okay. Can I use my Cure Wounds now?
You're out of moves. You can do it at the beginning of the next turn.
Okay. So I literally just killed the dude.
You kill the dude, you grab the crown,
You got money?
you got money and XP.
What's the crown look like?
It's an ornate arcane crown. In other words, it's just something that you can sell.
Okay. So nothing mystical about it, it's just a crown
It's
that's
just a crown.
pretty
Yeah.
and old.
Yes.
Okay.
God knows where he got it from, but he
And there was only one dude? It was just a one bandit.
just one bandit.
Okay.
Mostly because my roll was a 1.
Where are you in the middle list?
Huh?
The middle list? Where? Where are you?
He's in a mountain range.
Yeah, I'm walking from the squire's house that was on the far side of the town, and I'm heading back into the main town.
Where in the world?
Elysium, no?
No. Hold on, because now I'm wait. It's been a minute since anybody asked, and I don't have the main map open. Hold on.
It's based on like an old map or a mystical place?
It's a regular map. It's not a, like
Okay.
like
Yeah.
a fantasy. Like,
Chinese.
it's not a map that you buy in the game. It's an actual location in the game.
Oh.
And I have like this huge thing, but it's on the computer.
Oh.
That's fine.
And I haven't printed them.
Yep.
But I've been meaning to, so I could actually have it on the thing. But
Wait, it's like in a desert or
I'm
something?
sure.
no, in a mountain range.
In a mountain range?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's at the top of the mountain range, and she's at the bottom of the mountain range.
Okay.
In the
What?
forest.
And he's nowhere, right?
He gets to pick where he goes
Wait, what?
So that would have to be at his turn.
at his turn. Yeah.
What?
So
Oh,
next
what's the order?
is your turn.
What?
You see? I was listening to what they were saying.
Who goes after
You.
Kira?
You
You're
do.
in the
You.
bottom of the mountain.
Because it used to be Catherine, but Catherine isn't playing tonight. Okay. Ryu. During your last turn, you decided to shove Queen Nell into the Nell chest. You managed to escape out the front of the cavern. the guards didn't really think much of it and left you outside. You managed to use a minor illusion and change your voice into Queen Nell's voice
Successful.
successfully.
Like that.
But you're stuck speaking like Queen Nell. And there's still the band of dragons outside. What would you like to do?
Do the dragons like female by any chance?
Queen Nell is a very harsh queen. But she is the dragon queen. When she speaks, people must do what she says.
How good are my illusions?
What?
Well, you're stuck talking like her, so.
Yeah.
How good are my illusions?
What?
If I were to cast another one, how good would it?
Check
Could
the
it-
character sheet.
Well, currently, you're rank 0. No, you're rank 1.
Yes.
What's your EXP at?
Don't start.
I'm gone.
Currently, you're rank 1. You have comprehend languages, detect magic, and 2 draconic spells, which is disguise self and
Where's that?
thunderwave.
Where's that?
These are 2 brand new things that, because of you passing with Queen Nell and because you don't read your story, you don't know. But when you picked up Nell's voice, you picked up more than her voice. You took a piece of her soul.
Oh.
And in doing so, it opened the ability, your 2 new draconic abilities, of Disguise Self and Thunderwave. Thunderwave is a voice ability.
So she's done this before.
It is part of her character.
So she's done this before.
She's changed her physical being and she has boomed her voice, much like the dragons, yes. It's said that she's part dragon, but no one can really tell where she comes from.
Okay, so can you describe where I am? So am I at like a gate or a forest or something?
You've just exited the front of the cavern. You know, the one that you had done the cartwheels and all these things outside of?
Yes.
And your mount is not far away. Bandit is pretty close. He's with his band of friends.
Is it?
Well, friends.
Well, isn't he angry at me for going into the cavern?
Technically, he was just worried.
And did he like almost kill me though?
Technically, he was just hugging you.
That's a technicality.
It's a very heavy technicality.
Yeah, a very heavy technicality.
I love you.
Yeah. So, you have a movement, an interaction, an action, a bonus action, and reaction. What would you like to do?
Kinda wanna get Bandit and go somewhere. I don't know where. Somewhere.
This particular time, you're gonna have to pick, or a wild magical surge may happen.
I don't want a magic research. So why don't we head towards the opposite of this kingdom and any other village or kingdom that we can see while flying towards it? Is that possible?
You're gonna have to pick a direction.
West. I don't know.
How far west?
As far as we can get without tiring ourselves too much.
Roll initiative. D20. You've managed to not say a word, and you've gotten on the back of Bandit. You kick his heels, you kick your heels hard into him, and rein him towards the direction that you want to go, far west. He's not sure where to go, but he's going. He's up in the air.
Okay.
But unfortunately, you weren't able to evade that magical surge.
Dang it.
Not for long.
We're going down!
I have to shake that die.
$37 out of 100.
That's like a 4 out of 10.
Flumps. Flumps are odd little birds. So a band of flumps appears on the horizon. 4 flumps. Okay?
What do they do?
How big are they?
They're within 60 feet of you and are frightened of you. And they vanish after a minute.
Uh-oh.
You're not sure where they go,
No.
but they haven't attacked you.
I don't like that. They're bringing friends.
Okay? You have...
Well, wait. What do they do?
That's it.
That's it.
We made soup. Bird
Sit.
soup.
4 birds.
Just looked at me, go and away.
And off they went.
Okay.
This is only a dream.
Yeah. You're still in the air. You're still flying. Kind of concerned about these birds. You've done your movement, your interaction. Would you like to do anything else with your action?
And okay, can I ask 2 questions for this?
Sure.
How far down and away can I look, like at my surroundings, below and above? Yeah. How far can I look?
How far do you want to look?
As far as I can.
1 d20, please.
I want to scan my area. How much can I do?
Don't you look at me.
It's an 11.
Now, it's kind of foggy out. Like, not so foggy that you can't see Bandit, but still foggy enough that you can't really make out everything. But you start to notice that the mountains are really quickly disappearing.
Uh-oh.
And you can hear ocean.
Oh no.
Nice, big, full waves.
Oh. Are we heading to land or something?
Technically, you're over the beginning of water.
Beginning of water.
Big water.
Do you have any water pets? Is that something I'm allowed to ask? Just a vague answer.
Yes.
That's not vague. That's like the director's most answer you can do.
She's not telling me what she has.
Just a vague, maybe.
No, she knows I have this huge manta ray the size of Miami out in the ocean. So I don't
Oh,
understand
you mean
why
the
she's...
one that Dorch is sitting on
Yeah.
while she's drowning because she's not playing anymore?
Yeah.
Ah. Okay. What do I have left?
There's a bonus action, and bonus actions are usable when certain spells, abilities, and circumstances allow.
Does this circumstance allow that?
I mean, technically, a visual scan with your magnitude of magic could be enhanced with dancing lights.
Would that attract predators?
Only one way to find out.
Ah, forget. I already died.
Rolls a 1. Oh, there she is! There!
What do I roll for that?
For dancing lights, you're going to roll.
Wait. Can I ask another question before I do that?
Sure.
The higher the number and the lower the number, what happens on that range of count?
Well, in dancing lights, a low number just means that there are small orbs that come around Bandit that allow you to see a little bit better.
Okay.
These orbs, depending on how many you have, can be loaded with extra d20 rolls. Now, there's a 2-sided point. You can see better.
But
But
they can
they
see
can
you.
see
You better, yeah.
Okay, so what dice am I rolling?
For dancing
Are you seriously
lights,
going through with dancing lights? You crazy.
It looks pretty. I
For
don't know.
dancing lights, you're gonna do charisma,
I don't know what that is.
which is a D20.
I don't know. I got a 19.
19 gives you 6 D20s. Come over here.
Is this thing?
Are you seriously gonna do 60-20s?
You have 6 orbs around you. You're looking for how high or long in blows they do.
No. You're gonna do it over here.
I need a secondary person to read it out for me.
Is that one?
Re-roll this one. Okay, we got 120,
Okay.
110,
Uh-huh.
112,
Uh-huh.
14,
Uh-huh.
12,
Uh-huh.
and 119.
So 20, 10, 12, 4, 2, and 19.
20, 10, 12, 4, 2, 19.
Alright.
There are it's such a wide range of numbers, I can only imagine a dragon with different colored orbs surrounding it, going...
Technically, yes. So, with the amount of light that you produced, you notice that you're not in Kansas anymore. You're straight above the depths.
What is that?
Because you rolled such a high number, I'll go ahead and tell you. The kingdom of the depths is the kingdom of the mer people.
Oh no! Oh
You've managed to see straight to the castle of the depths.
no! I don't know.
And it is your choice if you want to go down there or not.
How cool do they look? How cool?
Can't answer you.
Ah,
Death!
Please understand that these creatures, for the most part, have never ever left the ocean. Now, you do have that water breathing, but it's only after level 3.
how do I level up? In the place I'm
Death!
in.
Currently,
You go fishing.
20, 30, 42, 46, 48, 58, 67. I'll go ahead and give you 80 XP. No, 800 XP. Because you did roll, surprisingly, 3 high D20s. What's your current XP level?
Plus the 800.
Plus the 800?
That would be 2,325.
So you're close to level 2, but still about 700 points away. 650,
So
700.
if I tried the thing, it would work and then almost fail.
The last thing left in your turn is a reaction.
A reaction to them.
A reaction to seeing, but it does not warrant you the ability to breathe underwater.
My character has a heart attack. Roll for initiative.
Now,
I don't want to go underwater just yet. I'll leave that for my next turn.
okay,
But what can I do with my reaction?
Holy shrimp! That's it, next.
are you turning the lights off?
I'll turn half of them off.
Which half?
I'll leave the 20 on. I'm assuming it's farther since it's lighter. I'll leave that one on. And then the 4 and the 2 on next to me. And the rest of them go off.
As you wish. 19, 12, and 10 are off. You have 2 floating 4 and 2s next to you. Not so bright, but still bright enough to see by. And the tail of Bandit holds the 20. And that ends your turn.
No.
She's like, hold up, I got this.
Nearnor.
Near.
During your last turn, you met
Uncle Fred.
Uncle Fred. Uncle Fred literally laughed his guts off. You managed to make it down into the cavern with Uncle Fred.
Wait, just for a recap, how the hell did she make him laugh his guts out?
Oh, with the boat joke, right?
What was the boat joke?
Weight in my belly, trees on my back, nails in my ribs, feet I do lack. Niranor read carefully. She thinks to herself, then rereads it to make sure she didn't misunderstand, and again repeats the riddle, subtly adding inflections. The incandescence of the glyphs surrounding the door dim ever so slowly. Niranor chokes on her breath as the answer jumps out of her lips. Ship! It's a ship! The door gently opens, as if a breeze was all it had needed all along. Its corroded 100-year-old hinges complaining all the while. From the dull darkness in front of her popped out a zombified warrior, his guts protruding from his abdomen and falling at his feet. Quite literally, he was laughing his guts off. Ho 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 ho, there, you made it! I thought I'd never find you. You'd never find me! I'm Uncle Fred! And that was the end of her last turn. So, you essentially pick up Uncle Fred's guts. You found that other person's skull last time. What do you want to do, Mrs. Heart of Stone? Look, Phil number 2. Hold your horses.
Can I analyze the dungeon?
You want to look around? Now, how do you want to look around? You want to just look in the dark and use your dark vision, or do you want to turn on a match?
Match.
You're going to use a torch?
Yes.
So, in lighting one of your torches... Oh, you don't have one. You're supposed to have one. I'll gift you a torch.
Uncle Fred gives her a torch.
Oh, you want to look around? Here you go.
You pick off a torch from the wall. Okay?
That's rude.
Thanks. What do you want to do with this torch?
Is it lit?
Is it lit?
I mean, is it on fire?
Is it on fire? You
Yes.
tell me.
It's on fire!
It's on fire. Okay.
I swear I want to be like Uncle Fred and just... Are you blind?
Are you pushing past Uncle Fred? Are you just looking around the room that Uncle Fred's in? Do you want to see the rest of what's in there?
I want to see what's in there.
Like far in there? D20.
You know, instead of going in and seeing, you could just ask Uncle
the big one.
Fred.
What?
You know, instead of going in there, you just...
There's fire.
13.
13. So you kind of wave your torch around, not really knowing what to do, but you notice that there's a lot of machinery in the back. And not like metal machinery,
Torture?
but like a chemistry set.
Oh.
But not like a normal chemistry set. It looks like somebody hasn't used it for a really long time. Like, there's different spell potion bottles, but some of them are empty, some of them are dusty, some of them have like duck in them, there's a spider just like hanging out.
So they're not full?
Huh?
None of them are like full there?
Technically no. It looks like somebody had been mixing potions, but it's been a minute. Like a good hard minute. So that's your movement. Interaction, action, bonus action, and reaction.
So, is there any items around it?
Is there?
Anything worth taking?
So, are you looking for something particular?
Stuff to make stuff?
What kind of stuff are you trying to make?
Stuff.
I don't know.
Are you trying to animate the dead? Are you trying to make potions? Do you want to steal his
potion stuff?
potion stuff? So,
Also, is that motor and pedestal?
Pestle,
Yeah.
you're gonna go ahead and roll wisdom, so a d12.
Rolls a 12, walks out with a full chemistry set.
5.
Half a chemistry set.
So you rummage around and you find a pack of vials, some herbs that look way past their due date of being useful, but you do find a scroll.
Open it.
You're gonna open your scroll. Go ahead and roll a d10 for intelligence.
It's like a diamond.
This one?
No, that's a D4.
I believe.
Kitty, help me.
5 again.
5 again. This particular scroll has said to been rumored.
That's not good. So,
Because when you hear her chair moving, you know something's up.
it's gonna keep a curse on me.
No.
No, not that. Something worse.
What?
Give me a minute.
It sounds like you have mountains of scrolls, Mommy.
Shh, I do. This particular scroll has another riddle.
No.
Yay! Riddles!
Are we like spirits in the back that?
No, but you went from being Marvel to DC because now you're dealing with the Riddler. Okay, Batman.
I mean, Fred has been locked in there for many years.
And
You
does-
have to think Fred did something in that time. What would you do if you were an animated corpse that didn't really hold any hate towards humanity?
What?
Yeah.
Is that
Go crazy
Angel?
like Shoggorath.
Is that a riddle?
No.
No, that's just some backstory about Uncle Fred.
Oh.
Like, you're in the room that he was stuck in for eons, and he's an animated corpse that has no ill will towards the living or the dead. He's just there.
Kidnap him. I'm kidding.
Well, you could.
Go ahead. And your choice if you want to use
What's
it.
the riddle?
Never ahead, when behind, yet flying swiftly past. For the young, I last forever. For you, I'm gone too fast.
Time.
Read it again.
No, read it again.
Never ahead. Wait, what's it say?
Ever,
Never ahead.
ever behind.
What?
Ever.
Never ahead, ever behind.
Oh, that's what that says. Never ahead, ever behind. Yet flying swiftly past. For the young, I last forever. For you, I'm going too fast.
No,
A clock.
no.
If you manage to solve that one, there's something big behind it.
So let's.
Can we all participate in the riddle?
Yes,
Sure.
right?
Okay. No.
Wait. Can I see it?
All never ahead, ever behind.
Life?
No.
No.
Death.
No.
No.
Ever
The young
ahead.
I last forever.
Never ahead, ever behind.
Now, because you're alone, you can't use anyone else's powers to go and solve it.
Do I have any powers for that?
Technically, your cantrips are poison spray and true strike.
And literally, Uncle Fred is just standing there watching you roll and scratching your head. Never ahead, ever
Can I
behind.
torture him until he tells
Yet
me
flying
what the
swiftly.
answer is?
Technically, you can, yes.
Is he like alive that he would feel the pain?
I mean, he's a sentient being, but he can't feel physical flesh.
No.
For you, I'm gone too
You're two peas in the same weird pod. You can't feel pain, and he can't either.
Oh no.
I'm just thinking about time.
No, it's not time.
It deals with time, but it's not time.
Aging, I don't know.
Flying swiftly past. For the young and less forever. Free and not too fast.
You don't have to solve it right now.
You don't?
No. That's your riddle.
Okay.
You can take your time with it. But the moment you do, there's something in that cavern that will make sense to you.
Oh no.
Yeah, but if you leave the cavern, what's the point?
Technically, even if she leaves, she's still connected to it.
Imagination?
Deals with something along those lines.
The line?
Wait, read it that
Right.
line again?
What is it? Wonder.
No. Close, but no.
Can you read it again, please?
Never ahead, ever behind, yet flying swiftly past. For the young I last forever, for you I'm gone too fast.
Wisdom?
Memory?
I'm
For
thinking
the
like
young I
Neverland
last
kind of
forever.
stuff.
Technically.
For the young I last forever.
It's a J.R.R. Tolkien one.
What? Well, what? What's that?
The Lord of the Rings. This is what happens when you don't read good books!
Well, I don't have that book. Do you have that book?
I used to. I can get you a copy. It's part of the Silmarillion. And it's one of the many Silmarillion stories.
For the young I last forever.
Good! Mahlemalig! Last time you people solved the ship one too quickly.
For you I'm gone too fast. Innocence.
Somewhat.
Childhood?
Also somewhat.
I'm thinking of like fresh start to everything. Like you've already experienced everything.
No.
Kidhood?
Kids
Cold.
On a middle
Kidhood? Childhood? Hot?
Babyhood?
No. It's part of childhood.
Never ahead, ever behind. Yet flying swiftly past. Flying swiftly past. Time flies.
Good old days.
Fun? Close.
Time flies, but it's not time.
It's considered something that can be done.
Good times.
Dying.
Right?
No. It's part of childhood. It's something you can do in your childhood.
Games.
Somewhat.
Watching TV.
For you, I'm
No.
gone too fast.
Having fun.
She's having fun now.
I'm enjoying this, yes.
She has way too much fun. Okay, so it's part of childhood. It's an action you can do in childhood.
Something that you can do, yes.
Playing the McDonald's playground.
Jesus.
Oddly specific, but not part of sci-fi, no.
It's a sci-fi thing.
Well, it's not within this realm. Her particular action that she spoke of is not within the realm.
Never ahead, yet ever behind. Never ahead, ever behind.
So you can't do it now? Or like when you're older?
Exactly.
Wait, say that again?
Paying rent?
No, say that again?
Can't do it when
You
you're
can't do it when you're older.
Learning?
No.
No, you can always do it.
That's lifelong.
Drink from a tetera.
No. Very close, though.
Dream?
Proud of all of you. Which one?
Dreaming?
No. Well, those can dream. Dude, we just have nightmares about pain. Damn, baby, this is really good.
Thank you. And it's a really good one.
Never ahead, ever behind, yet flying swiftly past.
Is it a type of game?
No,
For
but
the
it's something
young
that a
ones
parent
that
can
live
do
Can do?
A parent does
For
it.
you,
Yes.
gone too fast.
during childhood.
Jump rope?
No.
Jump rope?
Feeds a baby.
No.
A parent does it during childhood, so it's just child.
Changing diapers.
It's something that can only be done during childhood because it's only appropriate during childhood.
Oh. Pooping yourself?
A parent does it for the kids, not the other way around.
Oh, the parent does the thing for the kid.
Nurturing?
It can be, yes.
Then can we call it?
Yeah.
It is not particularly nurturing, but the action can be.
So is it?
It's not nurturing.
Oh.
Like it's not specifically nurturing, but it
Eating kid food.
no.
No.
You're my parent, and I'm still stumped on this.
I used to do it with you too.
Playing games with the kid?
It's not particularly a game.
And reading stories.
Bing 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 bing
What?
bing. Yes.
So reading stories to the kid.
Childhood stories. So
Nursery rhymes.
within the scope of the room, you find that Fred has been there his whole life.
Oh, Uncle Fred, no.
Also, he
Way
lived
before-
and died in that room.
Way before Fred ever died, he grew up in that castle. And that castle sunk beneath the marsh.
How?
Ah,
Giant
dun, dun, dun. Yet to be determined.
Yeah.
Film number two.
David.
Yet to be determined. Film number two.
So if I were to take Uncle Fred with me, would that give me any benefits?
Maybe you can teach him a little bit of
Having a
childhood.
second person with you is always a benefit.
Okay.
You're never
Especially since
alone.
he grew up in that castle.
But he's
Yeah.
dead, isn't he?
The second one.
He's dead, but his corpse is animated. So he's undead, but
So
he's still sentient. He's not.
Take him out.
I
Take him
think
free.
I should
So
take
it's like
Uncle
his
Fred
soul
with
is
me.
still there.
You want to take Uncle Fred?
Yes.
Alright.
I don't want to go with
Wait,
you.
wait. How are you gonna do it? Are you just gonna shove him in your backpack, or you're gonna say, hey,
Hey.
come
Uncle
with me?
Fred may be a skeleton, but he is not
Oh.
weightless.
I'll take you
I know.
out of this dungeon. I'll take you out of this dungeon if you give me something in return.
Wow.
Now, there's a
I don't need your help getting out of here. I was born here.
There's a
I know this dungeon better than you do.
There's a
Is that good?
There's a contingency with Fred leaving.
Oh,
No.
Can you guess?
If he leaves the
He
premises, he dies.
Technically, he would cease to be Fred.
He would be a monster.
He would just be a skeleton, yes.
Oh.
The only things keeping Fred are
Me?
childhood stories.
Oh. So what if I buy him books?
Technically, he has books.
I
There's
read
something-
books?
There's something a little bit past books.
Telling him stories? What is that?
His heart.
So give him a heart?
You have to take his heart.
That's mean.
Now, to find his heart, it's not just grabbing it and going.
Oh.
But roll a d20 and let's talk about it.
This one?
Yeah, the big one.
Is it in the room?
18.
You ripped the heart from his chest. You put it in a doggy bag and put it in your backpack.
No.
No! You found that in the box with the scroll, there's a little bit more than just the scroll and the vials. Beneath it is a box with
A heart? His heart?
his heart. Dry, desiccated, and turned to stone.
Do I have a potion that can... Oh, what if I make a potion that can bring it back and then Uncle Fred, yay!
Bingo.
Heads up.
Every time.
Butterfingers. His heart is in your hands and you have butterfingers?
Now, you've used...
Damn, she has his guts, his heart, his head.
She's gonna need them. She has to put them back together.
Oh, yeah.
What type of potions do I have?
It's the most
Technically, right
biggest
now...
Jenga puzzle.
Technically, right now, you only have Poison Spray and True Strike.
Oh, those are attacking.
Bingo. But... you do possess, at level 7, the Finger of Death.
Oh god.
It works both ways.
Like,
You can either push someone through the veil to die, or pull them back from it.
can I do that? For Uncle
Right
Fred?
now, you're not at level 7,
Oh yeah.
Oh, damn.
but because of solving the riddle and working together, I'm going to give you 500 XP.
Yay, do I write that down?
Yes.
So there should be a white card in there, a big one. Yeah.
XP.
And
So
I
what
believe,
level am I at?
what's the total after the 500?
There's no other XP here, so.
Well, that's right. This is your first XP, so you're still level 0.
Oh.
Level 1 happens at 1,000 XP.
Halfway there! Halfway there! Halfway there!
Alright. Are you done?
Next.
Are there any other methods?
Technically, there's a reaction, but you don't really need it.
Being nice to Uncle Fred, like I'm gonna help you get your
Heart back.
Heart
turn.
I don't know how to phrase that. I'll help you be back alive. Can you ask me that? Please.
Those are the ones that smiling.
Let's see how much Uncle Fred likes it. Just because you want to take him.
Can I play out his reaction?
Sure.
Well,
Okay.
necessarily I'm not gonna take him. I'm just gonna at least bring him back
He's
to life.
been there all his life. He's alive.
If he wants to go. Happy.
Happy and...
A 90.
damn, girl.
Damn, I'm happy.
He wants to go.
Oh my god, I get those.
Yes!
You just made a bestie.
You put yourself on the deal! You help me get out of this castle, I'll be your partner.
Yay, I'm not lonely.
We're having soft tacos later.
Oh my god! You're my friend now. We're having soft tacos later.
But they're all
Drop
like,
'em.
but they're all gone.
Drop them! Okay.
Alright, so Uncle Fred's happy about leaving.
Oh my god, okay, so now instead of looking for Uncle Fred, now I have to look for her!
Wait, you wanna kill him?
No, I have to find
She
him.
needs to find- he.
But technically the house disappeared.
Oh.
Yeah, with Lucy. A piece of
And the
Lucy.
sky.
What if
Yeah.
you get the other Lucy to get the other Lucy to come back?
Look, convoluted Phil. Calm yourself.
Wait, so I need to keep on doing this until I'm level 7 or find a different way to do this.
Or find
You
him.
could leave Fred in there and keep going.
Or maybe
And
there's
come
more
back
stuff.
for him?
And come back for him.
As long as he doesn't leave, he doesn't lose his self.
Okay, as an added lore to your situation, the spell that brought you in also has the same issue.
So I can't leave?
2 peas in a pod.
Oh.
So I'm on an island, right?
No, you're
Technically-
in the swamp, baby.
Technically, to go back through that door, you
Oh.
have to have a beating heart.
So I don't have one either.
No, because your heart is made of stone now.
Oh yeah! Wait, no, but that's how I got in.
Exactly.
So I can get out.
No, you can't.
No?
If you
To
get
cross
if you
that
leave,
threshold,
you lose yourself.
that's it, you're gone.
You become.
And we put you in the other room.
Oh,
Technically, you have to have a beating heart.
she hasn't scanned the entire place thoroughly, right? So maybe there's
She's
another
still only in
secret
one
thing.
part of the
She's
castle.
only in one room.
Yeah, so maybe she could like search, right?
It's big.
She still has the rest of the castle to go through. She literally went down a corridor and into the first room,
Oh.
which is where
still-
Fred is.
She still hasn't found Dread.
Who's try it again, please?
The necromancer.
Maddie's hubby.
Fred is literally in the depths of that place with, you know, Macarena skeletons.
I don't think you
The
want
one
to find
that
him
the
yet.
Yeah.
one that is a college, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's he's the suckiest necromancer.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's scared of
That-
everything.
Is that it for my turn?
That is it for your turn.
Okay.
Okay. Dear Jules.
No, wait, we gotta roll. Oh,
No?
highest number goes next. Come on.
No, it's Jules.
Oh.
Yeah, it's in the order that I made them.
Make this.
Okay, Jules. You know where you are. Do you want me to reveal your location?
Yeah.
So, let me correctly state this.
Feels so bad.
Captain of the guard Jules is
What?
currently in-
Wait a minute.
Wait,
she's
hold
just
on.
starting off and she's a captain?
We need backstory right now.
What the hell?
Captain of the guard Jules is currently housed at the Hellsworn Isles.
What's that?
So my heart is turned to stone and she's a captain.
Popcorn for this drama? A year of playing and he's been trying to find that location and she rolled it.
Okay.
And I didn't pick it. I didn't. Popcorn for this drama.
I got that top secret popcorn. No, but seriously, you guys want popcorn?
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Yeah.
Alright.
Her eyes. Kiara's like, yeah. But her, she's like, don't worry, girl, I got you.
Alright.
Catherine, we're having popcorn.
For the drama!
Alright. Do I keep going?
Yeah, keep going after here.
Alright. So, Captain of the Guard Jules, your last experiment failed. Okay? And
Experiment 624 is a failure.
you're walking down a torchlit corridor on the 5th level of Prison Black.
What?
Oh my god, you're in one like I say. Oh,
What's that?
It's
No, wait.
Hellsworn.
it's a prison.
Yeah,
Prison Black.
but she's the guard.
She's a
She's
captain.
the guard captain.
Okay, but
Can I finish?
Shut up in your face!
So, again, you're walking down a corridor, a torchlit corridor of the 5th level of Prison Black. A goblin patrol is guarding a horde of orcs. They're
Wait.
waiting for your command,
What is she?
Captain of the Guard.
No. Race.
Unicorn.
My dear, she's an orc.
what's an orc?
An orc.
Hold on, I got features. Jesus didn't tell me, so I couldn't do one for Jesus. Orc.
She did not see.
There is 10 feet of. No, this shit rolls. That's 10 feet court, man.
So,
That's pretty. I mean, ugly. I'm kidding.
thank you.
Your character is literally the prettiest orc I've ever seen. Because I have seen some orcs and damn.
Look, she went for hazel eyes, and that's the only one with hazel eyes. Apparently, hazel eyes is a nice thing.
Green skin, but hazel eyes.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jules,
That means we have to get her fangs.
if you want some.
Like.
I
Yeah.
want that.
No?
I want.
Oh, you do? And pointy ears too!
But green ones. Okay, a goblin patrol. A goblin patrol.
I got paid for that.
Get out of here. Is holding on to your horde of orcs. What would you like to do?
It's holding on to my what?
Horde of orcs. It's up to you if you want to know how many the horde holds.
Wait, explain the situation again. She's walking down a corridor and she sees a goblin patrol.
There's a goblin patrol along with her horde of orcs.
Oh, along with her horde of orcs.
I need those things, don't I?
Yes. Because your last experiment failed.
So I want to get them back.
The horde of orcs, the humans, the corpses. What?
What are they?
The experiment?
Yeah.
They're plant-based humans.
Well, I want them back.
You want them back from the other people,
Yeah.
okay? Roll a d20.
$18.
Damn. You send your horde to retrieve your people. Roll me the 6 d20s. It flew. There was one more that
Drama.
fell right there. Drama.
So much drama.
Can I have it?
What do I got?
Hang on. I'm gonna do it by order. Okay. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
2,
Mm-hmm.
3,
Mm-hmm.
4,
Mm-hmm.
9,
Mm-hmm.
12, 18. Sorry.
Yeah, you're talking. Right there. That's it. That's it.
Thank you. Yeah, I know what you're saying, but you say what?
No, not take that.
Where's the white one? Oh, there's also
Yes.
cookies and cream.
So the 6 horde just recently went on a mission. And I have 6, 5, 3, 2, 2, and 4. So number 18 was able to gather 6, 5 was able to gather, or 12 was able to gather 5, that's 11. 9 was able to gather 3, and the other 3 were unsuccessful.
Question. What are they gathering again?
Now your turn, Phil.
Humans?
You need to listen.
I was making the popcorn. Come on.
Vegans. Humans.
Okay, vegans. They were they were gathering vegans.
So,
That's a good one.
That's real good.
Plant-based humans.
plant-based humans.
Vegans.
So, they brought back 14 of your vegans.
Oh,
Roll a d20 again.
How many
Just one.
does she have? Because we don't know.
Neither does she. Her experiment failed.
Oh! That one special one that can destroy the entire place is still
7.
Mm-hmm.
They're not looking so very good.
Oh my god.
They seem to be deteriorating, but you still have 8 missing.
No. Can I go find them?
Your choice.
Do you really want to?
That's when your captain looks at the orcs, slaps them one at a time, and says, "If I have to do a job, then I have to go and do it my damn self."
Well, I have failed missions. I want to see if this one works.
I mean, you're an orc. You can literally just bitch smack them all.
Now,
Useless, pathetic.
oh, I thought it was Catherine. I'm like, fuck, that's. Now, you want to go after the 8?
Want me to blow your mind? Because we forgot that we have the cheese puffs too.
Oh yeah. I prefer that.
Oh yeah.
You've never done cheese puffs and popcorn?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I should find them.
They're out there.
What else can I do?
Up to you. The sky is the limit. You have 8 missing plant people. Your experiment failed.
I see.
You're gonna have to report back to your lord.
They're playing, let's see.
I can smell you.
I don't know. I want to find them.
You want to find them. Alright, roll me a d20.
You know, it's kind of unerring how easy it is to take off the security band to the cheese puffs.
Okay, so not D20. Which one is D20?
The one
All
on the
of
20
these.
sides.
I would have to roll 1.
Where is your D20? There it
This
is.
is my D20. 12.
Are you going? Are you sending your 6 horde out?
Yeah, my horde could go.
6 hordes are going back out. What are you gonna do in the castle?
Captain says bring back more plant people.
I'll try to experiment again. Give them
My bunions hurt too much to go back.
Sorry, I like playing orcs for some reason. Orcs and ogres are my favorite.
You put up again your experiment on 6 other plant people.
So you were like Princess Bubblegum from Adventure.
Oh my god!
Good job.
Good job. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
What you got?
Ooh. Ooh. Ready?
Mhm.
4,
Mhm.
5,
Mhm.
7,
Mhm.
12,
Mhm.
19,
Mhm.
20. Ooh. You got some high numbers on that one.
Such a nice variety.
Of the 80s, 90s, and today.
Take a look.
What happened?
All 6 of them live.
Wait, what'd you roll? Which one did you roll?
14 and 6. All 6 of them live.
Oh my god.
3 of them are
That's good.
hyper knowledgeable beings and are easily passable as human. But 3 of them are still, well, leaf-brained.
Oh. Then I got 3 of them
I am
working.
Groot.
I got 3 of
So
them
you got
working.
3 of them.
All 6 lived, but 3 of them are in Groot speech and 3 of them aren't.
I say, who
No.
dares disturb me from my palace? No, this simply shall not do.
Wait, are the 3 leaf people are like the people with alphas? Are they like tiny? And they like
Can you make one look like your pets?
Like group?
These are not tiny.
Yeah.
Oh,
These are human size.
okay. Which kind of human? Like 5'2", Phil size? Now, what are we talking
Phil
about?
7-2,
They
don't
shall
even.
work for me.
Oh, you can make one like your bodyguard, maybe.
Technically, no one knows what
Muchacha, why does she need a leaf person bodyguard? She has a freaking horde.
Oh yeah.
no one knows what
More
the
people
horde
to
is made out
sacrifice.
of. Just saying.
Okay, what could I do?
Right now, you've done your movement, technically, because you sent off your horde. Your interaction, which was bitching the shit out of them. Your action, which was making 6 more.
Mm-hmm.
Your bonus action was knowing if they were sentient or not. You have a reaction, but you're not really doing anything extra at the moment.
Yeah,
So that's
I
it.
think I'm done.
No name.
Is your name Frankenstein?
Alright, no
I'm
name.
down here.
Where you want to go?
Doesn't she get EXP?
Yes, actually.
Wait,
Thank you,
can
folks.
we have a little bit of background on him too?
Hold on.
70.
We're still on her turn because she needs the experience points because she rolled so high.
So I'm gonna give you.
Remember, out of 6, she had 3 successful experiments.
Also, Phil.
Remember that. 3 of them are good.
So you're gonna get. I want to say 650 XP.
What happens if you roll low all
Wow.
your turn? You get minus XP?
No.
You just don't get very much.
Are you sure about that?
I killed a man that only got 25.
That's because I had it pre-written. So it depends on what you roll.
Man, those cheese balls are really cheesy.
They're really good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, no name.
Is it better if I
You
go
love
also?
No, I love that you
Or
took all the
there's,
top from bowl.
characters? Right? Or if I go and just
Oh no,
anywhere
just grab
random?
it, she's fine.
The what?
Can I go somewhere with their characters already, or just somewhere
He's
random?
moved around.
Your
so
choice.
no order.
You've
You
heard
can-
all the stories. There's only 3. No. Only. There's 4 more characters. One of them is where she is. One of them is around him.
Who's around me?
Yeah.
She's above one,
Yeah.
and
No, that's what we
one's
found.
like way out
So
there.
we can
Oh,
stay
wait,
for
what?
another hour.
So where everyone is at. So Phil's on top of a mountain area.
He's in the
And
north of the
she's
mountain.
bottom somewhere in the ocean. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And she's stuck somewhere.
She's
She's
in a swamp.
up in the swamp called
Yeah.
Dead Man's Pass.
And
And
I can't escape.
apparently Phil wants to be where she's at.
No, Phil wants to be where she's at.
What?
'Cause I need to find Uncle Fred.
What's the?
I think you should come and help me.
That's what that's
Get your heart stealing and I'll steal your heart before that.
Damn.
She framed me. She's gonna use me.
Where are you going, Hester?
So
It just sounds so.
I mean, to benefit you, I think
No,
you
it
should
sounds
make the
like
hurt, but
I
like,
should
you can help
put
me.
myself in the position to the benefit me the most, right? And let nothing take my car out, right?
Damn.
Or she will take me with her.
Or she can.
No,
Or
she
she
wants
can.
your heart.
I mean,
She needs to get out of
technically,
that room.
you don't know anything. Like your character doesn't know her, doesn't know where she is. If you pick where she is generally, you're in the middle of a swamp.
And I'm gonna get stuck there too.
You gotta roll for it.
Are you okay?
But at the same time, if I
You
go
want
there, so there is something there that might be
Huh?
useful, right?
She picked up the only thing that looked out of place, which was that skull that's on her thing.
Okay. And what about with Julissa, her location?
She's in the ocean and not far from near north, so nothing.
Wait, who?
She's in the ocean, right?
She's not in the ocean.
Hellsworn Isle.
Oh, yeah.
If she's in the ocean, does that mean after I get away from this kingdom or go in it and out of
You're
my
not far.
So well, I'll go with Natisa.
Hey, I'm gonna steal your heart.
Hey!
Alright.
I'll gamble.
So, Dead Man's Pass.
Okay.
You better not make.
You're gonna roll
what
a
are you gonna do
d20.
there?
I might take
You're
Uncle
up.
Phil with me.
Huh?
You take
Can
Uncle
you do
Phil?
that?
I don't know.
Uncle Fred.
What?
You better not take Uncle Fred. He's already sad.
Phil called him Uncle Phil.
He called him Uncle Phil.
I think okay, so we're going in the right direction. You want to take my car and take your pet.
Alright, you're gonna roll a d20.
Don't be a nuisance.
Not mine. Your board is right there.
What
It says
species?
it's
I mean,
20 on
what
it.
race is he?
Oh, that's one.
What race is he?
He is
Not human,
a Lightfoot halfling.
So like Catherine?
He's
No.
a little, just a little taller, taller than you.
I'm 6 foot.
like reality. You don't see.
It says here.
Oh. I'm 5'6".
Then you lied.
No, I'm not a dwarf. I'm a gnome elf, right? Yeah.
She's a gnome
Gnomes
elf.
are like that big.
Elf.
Elf.
Elves are like
She's an
that
elf
big.
gnome.
Yeah, or else I would have been like 8'1".
Gnomes are like this.
She's a part
Big
high
guy.
elf. So she's 6 foot. He's the smallest one. Catherine's the next highest.
By choice.
Oh,
So,
bro, she's gonna be like, give me your
Oh.
heart.
How tall am I then?
You better be able
I
to make
can't
some
remember.
potions.
in your thing.
I don't think he didn't buy any potions, did he?
Oh wow.
Did you buy potions?
I have holy oil.
Oh.
Yes, it does.
That helps.
Maybe.
He's gonna burn Uncle Fred to a crisp.
5'2" and Catherine's
Isn't that
tiny.
good?
Don't mess with I'm tiny and I scurry everywhere.
What would that do to Uncle Fred?
Well, Uncle
Oil
Fred
on
is a living dead, and
Don't
that's holy
try.
oil. So
I'll tell Uncle
Bring him back to life or?
no, it'll kill him.
Yeah, you're
You try.
Well, Naki has his heart and his guts.
Put the recipe together.
Alright, D20.
Put the recipe together.
9.
Uncle Fred, you don't have any guts. Try this spice bread.
You won't need that. That's an IR6.
That's a 9. He rolled a 9.
So you're
So on the dice, the 9 has a little period on the bottom,
Okay.
and the 6 has a little period on the bottom,
Okay.
so you can tell the difference.
Cool.
So he rolled a 9.
you rolled a 9.
Are the higher numbers better than the lower numbers? Only
Yes.
Oh my God! You got to roll the 100.
What is that for?
get to 0.
Wow, that's just
Sorry, but you gotta be careful how you roll it. You gotta put it down.
Oh, I could put it down.
Yeah, just shake it around. Shake it around, and I'll help.
Throw it in the popcorn.
No, don't throw it in the popcorn. 28.
Oh, no, I'm there. That's
Oh,
not good help.
that's like 2/4 out of it.
I need to make it. I got stuck somewhere.
No, it was a magical search. Hang on. I know her face.
For the next minute, all of your spells with a casting time of 1 action have a casting time of 1 bonus action.
What? Is that good?
You technically have no spells, so let me let you reroll.
Okay, because it doesn't apply.
No.
You're digging deep for those, girl. No cookies and cream.
Whoa!
Dude, I'm gonna steal your heart.
I'm not next to you. I don't have to worry about
It's
it.
still rolling. 34.
Why he broke the big one again?
Because the last
Oh.
the reaction that he rolled to didn't apply.
It's also spell based. Roll one more time.
Oh, good. You're going to win it. Can you throw like this?
Yeah.
Wait, he's a mage too?
No.
Oh.
No, that one didn't.
Okay.
It got wedged. That was a good one. 1 out of 100.
Wow, I jinxed you.
Anywhere.
Now you die.
And then, yeah, something happened.
So, for your next,
Cancel.
Popcorn for the drama, man.
How can you get a 1 out of 100 option?
You
Like
did.
that, you just got it.
so for your next 10 turns, anytime you roll a 1, you can ignore that and reroll.
Okay.
Lucky.
So you get to re-roll that thing again?
Damn.
You're gonna roll that giant thing
I throw
again?
it again now or next time?
Now,
No, the next time you roll a 1, you can roll again.
Oh, because I did 1 now?
Because of the effect of that 1.
roll me a 1d6.
So, roll this one.
Okay. So on the floor. Count 3 on the floor.
3. You hit the floor. Does it count? Or you want him to re-roll?
Reroll.
The dice are not working for me
Relax.
today. There you go.
3 again.
So you've made it to the hills of the wasteland. Not technically at her knocking
Thank
door,
you.
but not bad off either. You're just kind of rolling with the moment.
Okay.
You know she's in the area. Somebody gave you intel. You've been searching for her for a while, especially since she left the kingdom. You've been sent by someone, but you can't really say who. But at the end of the day, your job is still to get to her.
Do it. Okay. So Nazi or to the heart?
To Nati to bring her back to the kingdom.
Nearer.
Oh, okay. So
Near
it's
north.
not for
Wait,
us.
is she like a princess or something?
No. But she has the same issue as Dread.
Who's Dread?
The
Dread
necromancer.
Dread
Oh.
the necromancer got scared out of the kingdom because he was practicing necromancy
So she's illegal.
unlawfully. She's wanted. Dead or alive.
Well, technically, she's half dead.
Technically.
So technically she's off the list.
So technically, you're worth half the bounty.
You're wanted.
Her bounty is 25,000 gold.
Wait, can I get her?
There wasn't
Can I
any
get
people
her?
there.
You're very close.
Yeah.
You're within where she landed initially. You've seen her tracks. You've done your movement and technically your interaction, because you've made it out of the kingdom. You've made it into the wasteland and you're up on a hill. You see where her tracks die off, but you don't really see where they keep going to. It almost looks like she dropped off the map.
Oh wow.
You have an action, a bonus action, and a reaction left.
She was turning what is it? A match or something, or a torch to see what.
No, that was her.
No, she wasn't doing that too, right? It was dark.
Oh, you're
No.
Well, she's inside a castle that's underground. You wouldn't be able to see it.
So it's so it's dark in there in the castle, but I'm outside.
You're outside. You're outside on a hill, looking through all of these like gnarled, tree
There wouldn't
limbs
be
that
any
have no
tracks.
leaves. Guys, respect,
No, she's talking about the swamp that Nati's in.
respect. So you're up on a hill, and it's kind of like Sleepy Hollow. Have you ever seen it? Where all these tree limbs are gnarled and together, and
Okay.
it's like really dark and kind of desolate. The weather doesn't really change. It's always like this gray fog. But you see where she kind of like tripped down the hill trying to get through all of this wasteland. But
Yes.
all of a sudden, there's nothing. What?
Restroom?
okay.
What about it?
2 people.
Oh yeah, she could use this one.
Nati!
Yeah.
Come here.
So
Jack's still in there? So you notice on the hill
Or is it on the right?
that there's no more footsteps after a point.
okay.
It's almost like she disappeared. It's right next to a couple trees, but it's
There you go.
not really making sense to you. Like your tracking skills can only go so far.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
So I'm supposed to get her to capture her, bring her back to the kingdom.
She
or
has a 25,000 gold
so like a
bounty.
bounty hunter to get her.
Well, you've seen the bounty posters in the kingdom,
Okay.
but you know your background.
Mm-hmm.
You really want to get the money, but you're gonna have to finagle to be able to get your bounty money.
Mhm.
That's a different moment. Right now, you're still just trying to find her.
Okay.
What if it
And
becomes part of her mission? That'd be fun.
What does he have? He has something left. He has reaction. What is
An
that?
action, bonus action, and reaction.
so if she find out I'm looking for her, she might go somewhere else.
Well, she can't see you. She's underground.
Unless I can make some noise and she can hear me. See me.
She fell down a spiral staircase and is deep in a cavern with the door closed behind her.
I
There's no
remember her character doesn't know what's going on out
Outside.
here. So she doesn't know that someone's being sent to
To get
return
her.
her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Like Nappy knows, but Niernor has no idea.
can I use any of the things that I got yesterday?
Whatever you have on you. Be as resourceful as you can.
Inventory.
Mind you, Kiara's first turn, she used a rope to sashay herself high into a tree and found a dragon that she rode to the cavern that she is in.
I also
Which
figured
is
out.
which is now her dragon.
Which is now her mount forever and day.
I also figured out I don't need to use spells
So-
or attacks anymore because I have a lance, 2 daggers, and a bow and arrows.
if you need me to read off what you have, just let me know, because I know that
Hi,
sheet's kind of
Catherine.
weird.
Yeah, I don't know where you're
Hi, Monokuma.
The equipment is down here.
What are you doing,
This
Monokuma?
bottom square.
So, leather armor, club, dagger.
The only one I wasn't able to put back in there was the trowel. I couldn't find it again. Mind your own business.
I got a lot of weird stuff.
You picked a whole bunch of stuff.
Truck.
Now, the second one is the backpack that I required of you to have, because it's something I give. It's the Explorer pack. So it'll give you all those extra stuff, aside from what you picked on the top one.
Volkswagen came out with a new one instead of the Volkswagen Beetle.
So those buying journal. That one.
They're not just
I don't know.
Okay, can I just write? No, she doesn't hear me, right?
She can't hear you. I mean, technically, you still have to get down from that hill,
Yeah.
and
So she's all the way down, so maybe I can use the rope to get down.
it's pretty treacherous. Your choice if you're roping something beneath you or next to you, and like jumping down.
Yeah, or repel.
So a D20.
Yes.
So you successfully rappel 3/4 of the way,
Cool, I think.
and the rope, because it's hempen rope,
What's that?
it's kind of like hemp rope. It's made of like a whole bunch of strands, but it can only take oh so much weight.
You bust
You fat!
You bust shit.
No,
I didn't want to say it like that, damn it.
I'm just kidding.
No, I have a lot of stuff with me. That's what it
You have a lot of stuff with you. Coño pesa. You fell.
is. So now I can roll down.
Unfortunately, it's a KO.
Oh, death dice!
What?
Those are the death dice.
Oh, so
you have to roll to survive.
Second death of the game.
No, I don't want you to die.
I've never had this happen though.
Second death of the
You
game.
better-
There we go.
What you have?
Here, let me see.
It looked like 6.
6.
Yeah, 6.
Let me see.
6 out of 12.
1 6 on.
50-50 chance.
I mean, reroll.
Yeah, because that's 50% chance of survival.
Oh my
We
god!
need to tip it. We need to tip it.
Oh, 12.
Oh my god, those snake eyes! Ah! Ah! Dude! Dude! That was like the best roll! Holy... You survived! No, wait!
That one goes in the.
No, wait, come here. You gotta smile, you gotta do something, man. You gotta pose with that. That's going up on Facebook. Watch out. Oh my god, look. Ah! No, dude. No, man, that was good. Jeez.
Mind you, you have a very upset teenager in the corner. She rolled 6 times and can never get a pair.
Oh my god. And on top,
Did he get ripped by some random dragon lady?
not just a snake eyes, but a double 6. Bro. Comiste cake, a pie, the hot dogs, the French tolo. You don't want him to die? He's alive.
So your action was rappelling down the hill. Your bonus action was opening your eyes at the bottom. Your head really hurts. You're pretty close to where her footsteps ended. And you hear a faint, ridiculous laughter.
Which was all the laughing that I just did now. Oh my god.
Your last reaction is?
Who that?
What
I go
the fuck?
to where the laugh coming from.
You're gonna get up?
Yeah, I'll get up.
Yeah, try and get up, bro.
Yeah.
Yes.
Crawl like a soldier.
Can you imagine if his
Alright,
character
alright,
breaks
alright.
the floor?
I'm gonna call it a -1 hit point. Okay, so you're at 8 hit points.
Miso, can you imagine his character breaking the fourth wall? I just felt the shit and you want me to what?
Wait,
So
I'm at -3 hit points.
you're not at -3.
From the last time I died, you never updated it. I'm still at -3.
Okay.
You didn't tell me about any of
So
that.
he pointed good or bad today?
Oh damn, you still dead.
We'll talk about it during your thing.
I'm half dead.
So you hear faint laughter, and you wanna go towards it.
Yeah.
Are you walking, crawling?
I would want to be in my best shape to get out.
Alright! I might have died, I don't know. My head kinda hurts.
I got better. I was all.
you hear this is in the voice. I think he's dead.
You can do it.
Two skeletons just standing there looking at him like, I think he's dead. And the other one's, you can't do it. Dude, that was the best freaking roll. That was like, oh my god, the anticipation.
So like, take me one.
So you said what does it do to his hit points?
He's a -1, so he's at 8
Bill.
maximum hit points.
Okay, so he has
So
to write 8
what
on
you
it.
do is on here,
Gracias.
you -1 and put 8.
Don't die.
How do you put that back in? I've been trying to
Do I have to
get
put any
my-
reference? You have to -1.
I've been trying
Sorry?
to
Any
get
reference
my
or just
ear
put
for a
minor
while.
reference?
Just -1. We do a lot of backward and forward math as we play, so
Okay.
that's why she's like, I'm at -3. I'm like, you should have fixed that by now, but okay.
And when I use the rope, I have to cross it off.
Yes, you're -1 rope.
You okay?
So you use that 50 hempen, that last one.
Oh. So you missed out on ripping out his heart.
He died!
He died!
KO!
He died and freaking rolled a double 6.
You died.
He's alive!
No name fell from a
And we
high.
have features.
Wow.
My cheeks! Start
Ups and down there.
Does he get any XP or anything?
Hold on, I'm not done.
Looking like a
So
Okay.
you stand up and you end your turn looking at 3 trees. One that looks like this big V, almost looks like.
Is it another tree lady?
Let me finish.
Oh, sorry.
One that looks like a big V with a hole in the middle of it as you look down. One that kind of looks like a door is like made into it. You can't really tell, but like there's this rough cut to it. The bark looks super weird. And another one that looks like a whole chunk of it melted.
No, his saving throw that saved his life is
That's
killing
it.
me.
You're standing there in the middle of 3 trees.
That was
That's
just so
the end of
awesome.
your
I'm all
I
choked
don't go
up.
anywhere now.
No, now you have to wait until your next turn.
Okay.
Your
Oh, you showed her the picture?
yeah. Your XP is. Alright, we did 3. Let's call it 350.
He got 350 from falling? Damn, bro, you're winning.
He went through all of his options. He went through his sheets. He went through whatever he could use.
Got a double snake eye saving
Got a
throw.
double snake. Alright. Oh,
No, man, that was.
So for almost for dying and coming back, it's the more point or less.
what do you mean?
Like coming back.
XP.
Coming
yeah,
back to
350.
life? Normally, I don't give more than 100 XP. You have to do like above and beyond. Just sit there.
So 350.
350. I mean, you could gamble with me and
Oh, you wanna
toss a
negotiate?
coin, and we could double it.
Oh sure.
Wait,
What?
what if you win?
Okay.
Heads, you get
Oh, it
double.
doesn't look right.
Heads, you get double.
Uh-huh.
Tails, you get none.
Do you want
Oh, that really a
chance?
gamble.
Right now. No, I'm good. Take the 350.
I usually don't gamble.
Yeah,
Hey, it's not a bad deal.
Yeah.
You could end up with 700.
Nah.
No. 50-50 chance.
I don't
Are you
know
kidding?
that.
With the roll that you did, man, you used your luck, bro. Play safe.
I'm gonna die again.
You should quit while you're ahead. Fool!
What are you doing?
Can I?
Hey,
No.
me.
Please?
No!
Come on.
No!
He's got a couple of these.
Go ahead. No, leave it there.
Ah, party pooper. No cake for you.
Anti-DM. Alright, it's your turn. You...
First thing I'm gonna do is cast that damn spell! Cure wounds!
Alright, Mr. Grayscale.
Grayscale.
Red scale.
Excuse me, red scale. So you're gonna cast Cure Wounds. So you need to do a Constitution check. 1d8.
Five.
You get 5 HP.
Wait, you said Constitution?
Yeah.
No, I get 7.
Technically you get 8. Because you have a +3.
Yeah, that number's like half missing. So all I see is the. So I don't know if it's a 3 or a 2.
So you have 8 HP, which makes it
10.
10.
Thank you. Yay, I am alive.
Alright. So you beat the shit out of a dude.
I killed him.
Excuse me. Killed him. Took his crown. Now where are you going?
To the blacksmith.
Again.
Where do you wanna go there again?
So I can sell the crown now.
Yeah, we used to sell that shit. Time to make money.
1d20?
1d20.
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 Rolling to lead a
Hmm?
We're rolling to lead a meeting.
That was the sound of a torture. Going down the stairs.
What's all like that?
14.
So silent. I wonder what Catherine's doing right now.
You managed to have your hit points come up to 10. You're feeling pretty good. As you continue towards town, a bird of venomous prey sprays acid 20 feet in front of you.
Wow.
The creature in line makes a DC 11 dexterity throw towards you and manages
Oh no. Those are the birds from before. They got scared of me and they're like, anything.
and manages to shoot an 11 attack towards your area. Now you notice that it's not coming towards you specifically, but half of that damage you take.
That's a lot of damage.
Dead.
What?
Wait, 5 or 6 damage. As you said.
We're gonna call it the lower end, so 5. So you're back down to 5 HP.
Where's the before?
It's called a carrion crawler.
Carrion crawler. I'm so glad they were scared of me.
Only because you had.
A dragon.
Now,
Okay.
this particular carrion crawler looks pretty strong. What do you want to do?
Very dragon.
Yeah. Alright. Fine. We love you. Love you. Alright, bye. Oh, thank you. Alright. Fine.
As you sit there thinking, you see the bird is not just attacking a person, but it's looking like it's going back towards town.
It's attacking a person? Can I tell who the person is?
Just let it attack the
D10?
person and then lose the person. And then eat the person. No, that's poor.
Look, I may be dragonborn, but I like animals, okay? Not people.
But you can loot them after the
What if they were a pig person though?
I got a 9 out of 10.
It's the blacksmith.
Motherfucker. What's his name again?
What happened to the blacksmith?
He's being attacked by the bird that's killing me.
Okay, then
What's his name again? Torbjorn?
He needs to give me money! What's going on here?
Just steal the blacksmith's bank card and then, you know, you're good.
Hey, no, put that number.
Oh,
It's been a minute. Sorry. Hold on.
the action. You gotta rob the blacksmith.
No,
He
I
already
actually made
did.
friends with the blacksmith.
He robbed him the last time.
No, Lucy robbed him. That wasn't me.
You sent Lucy to rob him.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
I have the words.
That's your
You
friend.
sent Lucy to go get you a job for money.
No, I told Lucy to get me into town, and he zapped me into the freaking blacksmith, and then he started picking shit and putting it in his pouch.
Because you told him to.
No, I didn't. I said, look around, and he's like, okay. What are you doing? I'm looking around.
Bellamere, sorry.
Bellamere. So I shout to Bellamere, what the hell are you doing?
D20.
Does it reach him? Who knows? It sucks that to have a conversation with someone you have to roll.
The middle of a freaking battle, dude.
A 6.
You shout towards Bellamere, but it doesn't seem like he's getting up.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
Okay, so how tough is this bird?
not my close good friend.
D10?
D10 for what?
I'll tell you the hit
One.
point.
Okay. Well, I'm guessing he took damage from Belmere, right? Wait, this is wrong. This is a 10. That's the 12.
Where's Hannah?
You want me to do a 10?
1D10.
1d10.
Intelligence.
This is the 10, right?
Yes. The 0 is 10.
Intelligence. I have a plus 0 to intelligence, no?
Plus 3.
To intelligence, not wisdom.
Intelligence. 11 and then plus 3.
I need this reprinted because the half numbers on the thing.
Okay, I'll reprint.
5.
Plus 3 is 8. The carrion crawler was initially 70 HP, and Bellamere only managed to do 10 hit points.
Is he dead?
So he's at 60.
Bellamere?
No, not Bellamere.
Listen,
What?
Bellamere's hit points were only 16.
And he's at? Okay. I have a ranged weapon.
It's a yellow beak bird.
You have a longsword, a sling, the
That
unarmed
uses-
trap. You have sling bullets. You are wearing a shield and ring mail. You can enact cure wounds for Bellamere.
But I need to get that bird away from Bellamere first.
The bird isn't on top of Bellamere. It's moving towards town.
Oh, okay, so I rush to him and I use cure wounds.
I needed more.
So that would be what? Another D10?
Cure wounds
You're cool.
is Constitution, a D8.
Oh, yeah.
A D8, and I got a plus 3 to Constitution, right?
Yeah, so we're supposed to
Constitution plus 3, correct.
What color is the bird?
A 4 plus
Purple?
3, 7.
A what?
7.
A 4 plus 3,
7.
7.
So I heal 7 hit points.
You're gonna heal 7 hit points for Belamir.
Okay.
Now, roll Belamir's life.
Oh no.
To see if he survived?
To see if the blacksmith survives.
Oh God, we need him to survive.
To see if his cure wounds actually brought him back.
9.
He's alive.
Yes.
Yay!
Oh, we wanted him to be alive.
Okay, now how badly damaged is
He
he?
needs the money from this.
He's a 16 and he's down to a 7. And only because you brought him to a 7.
Okay.
You technically brought him back from death.
Okay.
Your final reaction.
Thank you.
I help him sit up.
Oh my gosh.
And
You owe me $1 million.
What?
I sit him up and tell him, you owe me your life now. What the hell's going on?
Give me what's in your pockets.
Belamir.
What did you do?
Until next turn.
We continue.
Popcorn for the drama!
I think we ran out of that.
Alright,
Seriously?
Ryan.
Oh no.
Back to her story, okay.
Wait a minute.
Huh?
If that was the same bird that was bothering her, how far is she from me?
Oh, not that far.
I hate
We
when
gotta
you do
check out the map.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Alright, Mrs. Strobe Dragon.
Okay.
You gotta come and help me.
Well, I have directions to go in, and then I can go to all of you.
Or you could follow your own path. It's your choice.
I really.
Wanna come and help me?
Wanna come and help
No.
Want to see what's in the castle.
I want to finish my quest, but side quests are fun. What the heck?
Are you about to strike her down with your fury?
That's called murder.
I'm not coming towards you now.
Now he's trying to get people to come to her.
Yeah, she needs a heart!
I'll steal his heart. He's useless right now.
Well, if I
Ooh,
come to you,
I wonder.
You things.
you
Wait.
can serve me use.
And you can serve me youth while I steal his heart and he's just
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
just a thought, what if I use cure wounds on his heart?
That's what I'm saying.
But he's still pretty far away from you.
I'm
But-
far from where you're
but
at.
if I
He
go
has
to
no
you-
mount. You have no mount. She has a mount.
Hold on.
Alphys has a mount.
Hold on. If I go to you and I go to like the room you're in, doesn't my heart turn to stone
Oh,
too?
No,
Yes.
mine.
Can't I just get a chungus in there?
A Chungus is not alive.
No, mine's turned to stone. I would have got poisoned, but mine's turned to stone because of the tree.
Because you're alive.
Oh, isn't somebody looking at you?
Oh.
Yes, you are.
Uh-oh.
Wait, the tree with a door that's next to him?
Uh-oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
How much you putting me on, right?
Okay, so what were we doing again? Mermaids?
No, you're helping my ass!
Merfolk?
Or sirens?
Or
Merfolk?
help me!
I'll get to you in a minute.
Merfolk? Tracking the carrion?
What's the carrion again?
The bird that's killing me! Help me!
Okay.
Or
The island.
You didn't answer my question.
Think about this. If you
How cool do they look?
I mean,
she
they're
know?
pretty fucking cool.
I don't know, but he's pretty cool.
Okay, also, how threatening do they look?
How threatening do they look?
Is
Think
that
Aquaman, but uglier and on steroids.
is that a charisma check that you're talking about?
Ooh.
yeah, but if you go to him, you guys can come to me and then help me.
Can I not send my brightest light bulb near them, not down to them, so that I don't frighten them in any way?
Oh my god, Miso.
Technically, it's a D20 charisma check.
Okay.
Tomcat 1 requesting flyby. What are you gonna do, Maverick? Plus the tower.
Technically, it's a D20 charisma check.
I'm gonna borrow your stuff because I'm too lazy for my door.
What the hell?
Why don't we play here? Because they already.
Oh, Jesus.
13.
Plus?
Plus.
Do you have a plus in your charisma? No. First page.
She has a +2.
So 15.
Yes, 15. It's a no charisma.
Pretty slimy.
They look pretty slimy.
And not so happy that you're cruising by.
Oh no. You better stay on.
What's that?
Wait, can I also look around again?
No.
Can I look?
You can take
Buzz
another
the
swing
tower.
by. What are you looking for?
I don't want to swing by again, okay? I don't want to get attacked.
What are you looking at? What are you specifically looking for?
I want to see,
Mm-hmm.
not to take or anything, just to see if they have any towers or things that can attack me.
Incoming
so
death. Got
go in that said direction.
Let me save you the flyby. You're within hit.
it. Fly
Can I
away.
go up? No, I'm not gonna run. I'm going to fly. Okay. Can I fly up into the clouds? And if so, I don't want to go into any birds. So that's a bad thing. That's a bad thing.
Actually, your dragon is pretty big. You can probably eat those birds.
Okay, so can I go up into the
D20.
clouds?
Captain Iceberg Head! Man, that tea's really good. This is like my 4th cup.
If I wasn't so cut, I would be getting up to get another cup.
It's
You want more?
fine.
I'll go and get it. Just gotta ask.
Thank you.
It's fine. I don't like a 5. It's a 5. Oh, you
And
did.
that wasn't a check. That was
If I
initiative. So you're starting to climb up and ascend into the clouds when you feel the first fireball hit the bottom of Bandit.
Oh
A 1d6.
no. How did I get fireballs? I live in the ocean. The ocean.
Miso, what's her mount's name again?
Bandit.
What the hell?
Okay.
Why
I got an idea.
Why are my feet so hot?
Shush! I got an idea. Okay, so not minor illusion because that's stupid.
1d6 damage first.
Okay. That's D6.
Let's see how much damage you take.
The square one.
Okay.
So the lower the number, the lower the hit?
3.
So you take a -3 hit point damage. Now, to resolve your prior hit point issue, upon living, you are back at 14.
Because you got a full resurrection.
Yes, you weren't half resurrected, so it's 14 minus 3. You're at 11 hit points because you and Bandit are connected by soul.
Yay.
If he gets hurt, you get hurt.
Oh, lovely. Okay, cool.
Oh my god, it's Dragonheart. I love that movie.
Okay. So, explain to me what level of flight am I at? Am I high enough way that they got me just by the thrasher and then I can keep
Ocean?
going? Yes.
Waves,
Yes.
castle,
Yes.
you.
E.T. phone home.
Fireball. Where's Fireball?
Do, 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 do.
We're
Can I go
cruising
past
at
where I am?
approximately 30 hours.
Do, 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 do.
Okay.
Damn, the fireball can reach that far?
Where did they get fireballs from though?
You have to understand, it's a full kingdom. They have all sorts of people down there.
Wow, why did you choose to go there?
I chose to go to the mermaid kingdom in the middle
Aquaman,
of the
help me.
Yes.
Actually, technically, yes, you did. You
I
chose to go west.
west. I didn't say I was going to the ocean specifically, just west. And in didn't say I wanted Merc.
But you chose to go
eat me, okay? Anyways, we're not gonna do this. Anyways,
Find a way out of this.
I tell Bandit to rush to the
I
mountains.
tell Bandit to rush to the direction the birds flew in first when they were scared of me. I tell him to go that way.
Why don't you just be indirect and tell him to
Oh, you
fly?
going backwards again?
So you're having him track the carrion birds.
Yes, and I'm going to find him.
1d20.
Yay! I'm getting out.
And then you're coming with me to go now. After we go to her.
Hold on, because I gotta figure out what's going on at the town.
Or my dragon will eat me.
I'm a dragon too, fool.
Oh yeah.
You're not the same time though.
No, what's
You're-
Bandit? A black dragon?
Bandit. Kitty.
Isn't he
Red.
the big red one at the top?
Yeah.
Discuss that.
Red.
I'm red too.
Yeah, but
We're
you're-
the same kind of.
Look, listen here. Just because you have red scales doesn't mean your folk did the same as their folk. He's the original dragon. You're plus human. You are.
My father was an
Let's
accepted
see.
lover.
Look, donkey.
But all in all, I am a red dragon.
What you got?
9! 9! Ah, 9.
No.
I'm gonna go get
9,
it.
9, 9.
Okay.
He knows which way to go, but there's barely a trail.
Just go the way. Just, I don't care. Evade everything. Go the way.
As you're leaving, fireball number 2
Oh.
I sprint.
is
please.
coming towards your way.
Evade! Evade!
Magic hand, magic hand. Sprint, magic hand. I didn't know. Oh, I didn't know.
No,
Wow.
So damn, you see what I have to do? It's so damn lazy. Don't move it. You moved it!
Good job, Kiara.
That was close. You gotta do it over here, I have to see it.
Oh no, you're making her move.
Yes!
Dare you!
Squishy.
He's from,
Ow!
Give him back!
but he's from the depths. How could you?
He is mine!
Okay, Squishy, go.
Give him!
Go, Squishy.
Finish.
Damn, Kiara! Just...
Give him back!
That was my heart.
That's a 60. Or a 90. I don't know.
That's a 60.
It's over 9,000.
You regain your lowest expended spell slot.
Go sit down! Go sit down!
You lost custody of your child.
9!
Go sit down! You better go away.
You lost
I'm taking a picture of that and you're gonna go sit down. Because I need a picture of it. Where's my phone? Oh.
I didn't know it was shiny, but
She is queen of the species.
That's
Queen of the species.
Gisana!
Miso! Queen of the species.
Gisana!
Queen of the species. The species.
Gisana!
Oh.
Gisana!
I actually got it!
You gonna do it? No choice.
probably
You
digitally.
regain. What happened?
The light knocking.
Oh,
Really?
I thought you were hurting puppy.
I am a creature of the dark.
You regain your lowest level expended spell slot.
What
Well,
is that?
she didn't use a spell slot yet.
Technically, she used a minor illusion.
Yeah.
I can do that again.
Technically.
So I can
You
get
can
the
conjure up a
cheese.
giant hand and be like,
So maybe I can just, maybe, just maybe.
conjure up a giant hand, grab the fireball, and spool it back. No, you'll start a war.
Technically, it's a 1 HP damage again. Let's resolve the fireball. So you're at 10
Okay.
HP.
Okay, so technically, after that, I can try my hardest to get one of those winged ladies,
And fail.
the one behind you,
You no entiendo, Miso.
and get her ginormous on my side. Instead of a chungus this time, though. She does not taste like coffee, so I will not eat her afterwards.
You want to make an angel apparition in the middle of the ocean to differ from the
A
cosmic,
distraction.
from the cosmic
Bro, why don't you just
creatures,
conjure Poseidon and be like, peace?
from the cosmic creatures in the ocean from attacking you.
That sounds really stupid when you repeat it back to me.
Technically, you could have made a doppelganger of yourself and Bandit, but you want to make an angel.
Yes.
I'll allow it.
Jesus Christ!
1d20. Let's see how big this angel is.
Okay, so can you explain to me a little bit while I'm rolling?
My true form has 6 heads and 5 wings.
Gets one.
Okay, 16.
Damn, bro. Tell me how you really feel.
You managed to make an angel with wings that spread from one tip to the other tip of the ocean.
Wow.
Cool. How lovely is this angel?
Not so lovely. It looks like a large gisama.
What's a kisama? This one?
It's a squiddy with wings.
No.
Yay!
Squiddy!
I love this speedy. Look
So
at
they stop firing, they're like,
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Because you have to understand, it has to be in their terms.
Yes.
You didn't say what kind of angel.
I did not care that much. It's squiddy.
They have
It's a
stopped
sign from God!
technically from Tentacle.
Oh my god! Cthulhu.
Cthulhu with wings.
This is Cthulhu.
Squithulu? Squithulu.
A squid with wings.
Can you detail me their perfection?
No! You just fly
I just
away.
did!
Yay. Okay, so where am I now?
You are done with your turn.
Next!
XP though. XP wise, what do I get?
Absolutely nothing.
Wow.
Because the Squidthulu. Ooh, the coin toss!
Double or nothing?
1,000 or nothing.
Oh God.
Ooh.
How do I?
Wait a minute. That's
Head is 1,000.
gambling.
How do I do that?
Head is 1,000.
No, how do I do that?
You
However
flip
want.
it.
How do I flip it?
You flip it!
I don't know.
That was a horrible flip!
That technically crashed and died.
Yes.
I'm gonna give you again,
Please.
and you are gonna.
Oh my god, I'll flip it for her. Got me.
Tail.
I'll flip it for her. Jesus Christ, get out of it. Tail, she gets nothing.
Oh.
No XP.
And that was a good toss.
What was our first flip though? Just to know.
Tail.
Head. No. It
Tail.
bounced. Yeah.
It was both tails? Okay, no.
Oh,
2
so
out
it
of
was a
3, give me
mixing
that.
up.
So if it keeps going to tails, then this thing is loaded.
Not loaded.
Where'd it go?
I don't know. Lo
It
perdiste.
went that way. Oh, there it is. Tails again. What
Oh,
the fuck?
wow.
I'll give you one more.
No, I'm changing the quarter. Fuck that.
I told you.
I just killed the
Okay. No, good thing you didn't flip it.
I got
Oh, look at
another.
it, look like gold.
I got another quarter.
Okay.
Ready? Oh no, I got even better quarter. Big ass coin.
That's gonna be my coin from now on.
Heads.
Heads 1,000. Tails nothing.
That's better than
Heads.
Oh. Oh, look at that! Look at that!
1,000.
Access level 2! Yay!
And it's not loaded.
Oh, now you're level 2.
Hey! I can enhance ability! I can make you stronger.
Uh-huh.
And you could heal me.
dear, thank God.
Yeah.
Alright.
Damn, that was a good
Lasagna.
tongue toss. I wasn't even planning on catching it.
It was good, yeah.
That's the
Yay!
best one you did out of 5.
No, that was one coin toss with that coin.
Okay.
Because the other coin, wait, every time freaking tails, it's like, what the hell? This thing is loaded?
Alright,
The
let's hear
last
Naki's story.
turns were all heads.
Okay.
What last turn?
The last times that we've used that one, it's been all heads.
It is a one-sided.
Yep.
Alright.
Yay!
Near nor, dear near nor.
That's not a good
She
way to
who
do it.
has the heart of stone.
Hearts of stone.
I don't know about
She's
that.
gonna do something with hearts.
I'm helping Uncle Fred, so I'm a nice person.
Technically.
Technically.
I'm getting
Keep me
comfortable.
searching for a heart of
Oh,
stone.
let's see.
And I'm getting old. Ding, 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 ding. She's getting comfy.
Isn't it interesting?
It's the
It's
story
all
telling.
connecting.
It's the story. And actually, this is the first session where we start actually getting
Yeah.
closer to each other.
None of them decided to do this beforehand.
Yeah, because Kiara could go to you and then help you, and then you guys could come to me and help me.
Yeah, but you're just trying to take people's stuff.
No, I'm taking him.
We're just gonna use Dad. It's okay.
Yeah. And then us and Uncle Fred, we're gonna go.
You just made you all come together. Oh my gosh.
Yes, we play.
And then by the time they move
In
to
Jesus
it-
we trust.
In
Wait.
Avis we
Am I
pray.
supposed to have a bow? Because my character design, it has a bow and arrow.
Did you pick that in your weapons?
Mhm.
You did?
Yeah, because everybody has a melee and a ranged.
You never initially picked it.
Oh, I don't have a range.
You have a quarterstaff and 2 daggers.
Can we take the staff out?
An archer without archery.
Do you want to get rid of stuff?
Why
Why
can't
don't
No,
you just
because-
buy stuff?
No, I did
wait,
my
wait,
character
why don't
design
you
like a
just-
month ago, so
Wait.
I didn't know.
No, wait. Why don't you just use magic to turn your stuff into a bow? That way you.
I only have to.
I'll toss it for her.
No.
Don't do it.
Toss a
No,
coin
take
to
that
your
chance.
witcher.
It's
Oh,
not your
Valley of
choice.
Plenty.
Gambling.
You want me to toss it for you?
I can show you photo evidence that my character
I
has.
understand.
Do you want me to toss it for you?
No. You drew your character after we did the sheets.
Do you want
When
me to
you
toss
did
it for
your
you?
sheets, you didn't pick out arrows. You can
Ooh.
switch it out, but it's a 50-50
Okay, what is
shot.
this?
Toss a coin
Heads.
to your archer.
What's
You
the
have
weapon?
Head. Shh.
This is head?
Yes.
Heads is the tiger.
Heads is a tiger, which will get you a bow and 100 arrows. Or tails, you keep your quarterstaff.
This is good thing.
You want me to toss it for you?
No, I can do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Heads, the
Yay,
quarterstaff
Naki!
gets changed for
Good
Heads.
a
job.
bow.
Heads. And I saw it bounce and everything, and it landed on heads.
So you now have a bow and 100 arrows. Where's my coin?
Yeah.
What?
Heads, you get it. Tails, you lose it.
I'm gonna keep track of the arrows.
Yeah, I
Alright.
have an arrow thing.
A quiver.
Oh, yeah, we're.
I'll include the quiver. We didn't talk about it. But
It's my character design.
She's just gonna be a room with a bow and
look, that is the equivalent.
just walking
of-
around like,
that's-
okay, hang on. I'm just gonna look. Shooting with my feet.
Technically, that is the equivalent of. That's what my character would do. That's the first one in that game. Okay, Mrs. Nearnor, bow.
Wait, she
Lady.
pulls. Wait, I can imagine. She pulls out a quarterstaff, and all of a sudden it turns into a short bow, and Uncle Fred's just standing there like,
You do understand.
how'd you do that?
You do understand this is a quarterstaff.
Okay.
And you just turned this into a bow.
But the bow is like. It does the thing.
And Uncle Fred's just standing there like, what the hell are you doing? What are you
You
trying
had a
to do?
magical quarterstaff in which you could have done anything with, and you turned it into a not magical.
Maybe a magical
bow.
A
bow.
magical bow.
Maybe
No.
a magical
It's
bow.
not magical. So
Well, you
there,
didn't say anything about magical.
But
you
it
could
was-
have given
But it was
me.
magical to begin with.
Just
so.
because it was magical to begin with.
Can I
doesn't
do
mean
something
it
else
can-
for a magical bow?
Can it be sentient?
Look.
You could have given me your quarterstaff. I could have used my
Listen.
magic to turn it into whatever you
They have-
want.
Can it be sentient?
And
No.
Oh, come on.
No.
Ah, you aim like a girl! Come on, please.
No.
you little-
Relax. All right, near north.
You want to do Excalibur.
What are we doing?
At least I still
Let me
have
sing the song of myself.
Excalibur,
Excalibur.
What are we doing near north?
Okay, so I'm gonna look around more to try and find the heart.
You have the heart.
No, another heart. Jeez, I need a heart. No, I
Yeah,
need to find a
try to buy
potion
money.
to fix the hearts.
So you're looking for potion material.
Yes.
All right.
So what do I roll?
Hey, Uncle
1d20.
Fred.
Initiative.
Right now you're useless, and I need
You
to
can
have to
get
get out. No, she doesn't have a heartbeat.
You
1d20.
could have used
Yeah.
your quarterstaff as a freaking
Detector.
Bibbidi bobbidi boo.
bibbidi bobbidi the bullshit.
You could. So much.
14.
You find another room adjacent to the one you're in,
Those are never a good idea.
and you wave around that torch because it's still burning.
I'm gonna light something on fire.
This time you're burning off cobwebs from the doorway. But what you notice is that there are a lot. And I do mean a
Oh
lot.
my god, giant spider. I retreat. I'm
Oh.
we're leaving.
Books.
Oh.
Oh,
That is
Oh
the
my
best
God.
reaction to books I've ever had. Books.
Miso, who was that guy from the companions in Skyrim?
This is where I can't go on. Can't deal with spiders. Too
My
many
eyes.
eyes. I'm just gonna stay here in this room.
We're talking lots of daddy long legs. But this room,
spell books.
this room is like 3 levels high.
Oh my god, and then you see a giant bookworm.
No.
Can I help you?
No, mate.
Oh, since I'm still a mage, I can find a spell book, so I can.
Yeah, but
Technically, the quarterstaff that was imbued with your extra magic is now a bow and arrow.
But I'm still a mage. I have to be able to do something.
I'll Google what the fuck.
you're a necromancer.
You're still not at level 2, and your only 2 cantrips are poison spray and true strike.
Wait, she's not an archer. She's a wizard.
Technically,
I got
she
another
is
side weapon.
a sorcerer.
You're a sorcerer. You got rid of your staff.
Can I do something else to help that?
Can I flip to switch the
Start-
daggers
just-
into my
just
staff
start
again?
looking at the titles of the books. Look,
Cheat
just
sheet.
manually search. You don't even need magic for this one.
Can we
Maybe
rewind?
it'll matter.
Can we
Like,
go
you don't
back?
need magic for this one.
No,
Another coin flip?
you're only offered 1 a turn.
Hey, Google, find this book.
Okay, well, I guess we're gonna start looking for potion spells. I mean, potion thingies to.
Just look
I
at the
mean-
books.
You need
Hold
recipe
on.
books?
Hold on. Technically, there are a lot more rooms, and it's not materials that you found,
Also,
So they're
if
just.
I may
only
inquire,
information. And you're not guaranteed a book that turns a heart from stone to life.
that, and you might want to read what's in the books for when you go on after that little journey you're having there. You might need that information later.
Just steal all the books.
I mean,
You can't. That'll weigh
Please
you down
understand.
so much.
Okay, Hermione.
alright, Hermione, this is 3 levels. We're talking about in school, not the first floor, not the second floor,
Wait.
3 floors.
What about we just take all the important books and then we can take them when we get out and then we can dig a hole in the floor so we don't have to go through going back in the building and losing our heart again.
How
So
do
we just
you-
leave it outside so whenever we visit back. We
Who
can
says
use
that's
the
the only door out?
Dun dun dun.
You're only 2 rooms in, bro.
Out of.
A maze. Dun dun dun.
Oh.
Do you want to roll a d12 to see what it is that you're actually in?
The library.
I thought I was in a swamp.
You're
Are
in a
you?
castle under the.
Are you in a swamp or are you just in a man?
That's gonna take an action, right?
This is going to take an action, yes. Because
Okay,
you've
so-
done a movement and an interaction.
Yeah.
But this action can save you a lot of time.
Uncle Fred's just there,
Okay.
like, okay, whenever
I'm
you.
waiting for you to consult me here.
D12?
You got Uncle Fred hat?
Yeah.
Yes.
No. I don't have a D12.
You
You
should.
have to use yours.
It looks kind of cubish. It should have one big printed 12 on one side.
It's this one.
Oh.
Uncle Fred's waiting there like.
I'm literally playing the part of Uncle Fred, and I'm just sitting here waiting.
A 3.
If you only had a brain.
Roll one more time.
If I only had the guts.
Oh, a 9.
Oh yeah, she took her guts.
Is
Oh,
that good?
What?
A 9.
Out of 20?
No, out of 12.
Out of 12, sorry.
That's a 6.
Oh, a
Lady.
6.
The dot is at 6.
Oh, a 6.
Just trying to cheat, see?
No, I'm not.
No, you can't see that.
Not the,
Very
you
light.
see the dot?
Yeah, it's just the white dice are really hard to read.
So is it a 6 or a 9?
It's a 6. I'm just kidding.
You notice that there are more inscriptions along
That's
the
blow
wall.
one.
That's not good.
But
Can you take my
as
other
you
white
keep
one?
walking through this library, you notice a sign that says Tomes of the Castle Blackfire.
Oh, what castle?
And Portia.
Wait, no,
What-
wait.
what did she
wait,
see?
Wait,
What
what castle?
Blackfire.
Tomes of the Castle Blackfire.
What class was she in?
Wait, what?
That's you.
Oh, what class are you in?
I'm not in. Oh,
She's
I
in
am.
an island way
Oh,
far from
Wait,
you.
tones. What does that mean in terms of kingdom? Can you please educate me on this one?
Technically, it is the kingdom of Blackfire.
Okay, so you're telling me, kingdom dead,
Kingdom sunk in the marsh.
so they could not be dead, and she's wandering through there as an intruder, and they can go and kill her.
Are you paying attention?
Technically, Phil number 2. Oh, lore hunter of all lore hunters.
Yes.
No one says when the castle went into the swamp.
Okay.
We can ask Uncle
So
Fred.
if I go back there,
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
if I go back there with her, right? Could I potentially make some friends of my own?
Literally make some friends of
Wait,
your
can
own.
she ask you these
Like,
questions?
Literally?
Can I
Yes,
make
anyone
my
can.
own pets?
Okay.
Like she's having Uncle Fred and him.
Uncle Fred's got a pet!
Look at that!
Technically, Uncle Fred is a familiar, and you already have familiar.
And no name over here.
Oh my
Jaeger, why can't you
Soon to be
call
changed
us
to
your
no
dad?
heart.
You want some ice for that
Damn!
Alright, Mrs. Nearnor. Your action was to find that you're in Castle Blackfire. As a bonus action, would you like to search a tome for more information on it?
Wait, what's a tome?
It's a really thick book.
Technically, it is the history of Castle Blackfire.
Oh.
I could have just asked Uncle Fred, but I think that would be better.
No, it's cute.
Now, these tomes are pretty ancient.
Yeah, I think.
They're written in a very different language than what you know.
Take
I can ask Uncle Fred, like, if he knows the language or something like that.
Uncle Fred used to live in the castle, but I don't know if Uncle Fred speaks that language.
Take it.
What do I have left? Only an action?
A reaction.
Take it.
Do you want to roll for more information on the language?
But can I
You
just take
should
it this
know the
turn? I mean, no, I can take it next turn. So yeah, I'll look at it for now. So what do I roll?
We're gonna do wisdom, D12.
Where did it go?
This.
Oh,
I changed that.
Thank you.
5.
Wait, wisdom. You have a plus to your wisdom.
Of what?
Papers.
Look at your paper.
Look
A
at
0.
the-
It's a +0.
So it's a straight 5.
It's a straight 5.
Oh.
It's written in Draconic.
What is that?
I
We
know
could
draconic.
help her.
Yeah, so next turn I'll take it when you guys get here.
We could both help her. Because I have a spell for that too.
So you're mage too.
Technically,
Actually, no. Kiara's a sorceress, no? Or a ranger.
technically, there's someone among you that has comprehend language.
Who?
Uncle Fred?
No, one of the players.
Oh.
Me! I have it. It's a spell.
Was it you?
Yes. It's here.
It's where?
Right here.
It's where?
Here.
So that person that has that spell can read all of the tomes.
Everything.
And you don't need to read it, because I can read draconic and common tongue.
I really
No.
should have turned that bow into it. I really should have turned
Now he's curious, like, what
You can speak, read, and write common and something. What is that?
What was it?
I can read common and halfling.
Oh, halfling.
And
Halfling
then
is like a special language, usually written in tree bark or mud
Oh!
on the sides of things.
Wait, he's next to a tree.
Yeah.
So does that mean, what can you read? Common
Do
and?
I read things or am I stupid?
No, on the first page, it should be
On the right hand
bottom,
side,
on
it
the bottom
says
left.
traits.
I could just do common or
Okay, so you can read orc
Wait,
and
I
common.
have a crossbow. Why did I turn into a bow then?
Yo no sé.
Exactly. Paper.
I just do what you want to do.
Can we just undo it?
No.
Oh, God.
maybe in your next turn.
Yeah. Because if I flip a coin, it's only gonna be either it turns into it stays as a bow or it turns into.
It's circumstantial.
I am really good in Elvish.
So what-
languages.
I'm you in Elvish.
Yes, you are.
Wow, I can read and write common, Elvish, and an extra language of my choice.
What?
Because of your fate ancestry.
So what language would you be willing to, be able to understand, Natalia?
The only thing is, if Kiara comes, then that would have just been an extra, but
You
There's
can hold
no-
off on checking a third language.
Yeah. Yeah, you should.
Because you have an Elvish, Draconic, Abyssal, Halfling, Orc. No, not Halfling. Yeah, Halfling.
Yeah.
Orc and Tiefling.
And I can comprehend languages, so I'm supposing that goes in writing
so
too.
if I should
Since
use
it's
it
magic.
like if we
You
come
have
to a
the
situation
TARDIS
where no one
switch.
is able to read.
What?
You have the TARDIS switch.
What is that?
You can even go
You
with
cast it,
Celestial, but we
and
haven't
you
run into so many
automatically
Celestials
hear
yet.
it in the
They're
tones
celestial?
that you can understand.
Okay, that's cool.
You have demons. They are bound to be Celestials.
Such a cute demon.
I know.
Wait. Then how come under that it says languages, 2 of your choice?
Let me see.
It already did the 2, so common and elvish.
Oh.
Yeah.
Weapons, daggers, darts, sling. Oh man, she even has slings and a light crossbow.
I really should.
Quarterstaff, tools, none. Languages, you can speak, read, write common, elvish, and 1 extra language of your choice.
The languages 2 of your choice ends up being the other part, common and elvish.
Oh.
So you get 1 more that you can learn.
But
But mind
Hold
you,
off on
Yeah.
picking the language.
so mind you, it's not like if automatically you're gonna go, boom, I know this language. You need to go and pick it up from someone. Very good.
I
Very good.
wonder what languages Uncle Fred knows.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask Uncle Fred.
That was your last reaction.
It was my reaction.
What did she do?
Get the book.
And figure out that it's written in Draconic.
Oh.
Oh, okay. So, next!
Back to the Isle of the Abyssal.
That's my turn?
Yep. Alright, Jules.
Okay, I forgot where I was. So.
Okay, this is
The
gonna
story
be.
gets so deep that I forgot my own story in this.
Alright.
Wait till we all come together. Then it's gonna be a cluster.
Please go for a dungeon.
If-
I'm just saying.
If
the
we all
clues-
do come together, do we just all play one turn and, you know, like that?
No.
You're all playing one location, but you all have.
Can we
different
interact with each
Okay.
other?
Yes.
You break the rules.
turns. Alright, Mr. No Name.
You're so mean.
That's something he would say.
Soon to be Mr. No Heart.
Oh my god.
I like Nati. She just like grabbed a whole bunch of chocolate.
Just take.
I'm not that little.
You're digging for those cookies and cream hard, girl. You're
Because
digging.
those are the good ones!
I still haven't had one.
You
I mean,
haven't
I'm
had one?
elf.
They're gonna run out soon.
I mean, I'm elf.
Miso.
I mean, I'm technically elf from Death Note, so.
Can you have
Hello?
those one, two? Take.
Good night, my love. Good night. Chris.
Everywhere.
Whoa, who was that?
That was a deep voice, right?
Who was that?
Destinator. That was Justin.
No.
It's the ears, Nati. It's the ears.
Okay.
You didn't see it here.
You'd be surprised. Those things do augment.
Okay. I forgot my back end, where I am right now.
Alright.
You're in the laboratory because you had 3 successes.
Well,
Experimenting
I
with
need
the
assistance.
Did
vegan.
you see my whole story is like,
Experimenting with vegans. Eating the beef.
thank you.
oh, I forgot I was with the vegans. Okay.
So you've made.
Wait, so they eat the plants, people?
It was experimenting.
No.
You gotta do something with waste.
That's
Wait,
it.
what?
No, tasting.
Anywho,
What happened?
so Jules, you've sat down back in your office and wrote down some stuff about your experiment and your success. When Lord Captain Elamir walks in.
Who?
Lord Captain Elamir walks in.
Is that your dad?
No, it's a superior.
Yo,
What's her
what
name
up,
again?
Pops?
Jules.
Captain Jules, tell me of your tell me of your progress.
3 successful.
Use the other 3 mindless for
What
cannon
am I
fodder.
supposed to do?
Your choice.
Do I want to hear what he has to say? Or
Your
send him
choice.
on his way?
Technically, you could even kill him. Your
Okay,
choice.
wait.
But I don't want to kill him because I don't know what he wants to do.
No,
Your
I
choice.
thought something you like.
I don't want to waste
Well,
it
then
on his niceness.
You can literally tell him, Captain, I'm rather busy.
Mommy, I still have these things.
Do I have to waste a row on that?
Technically, it's not a roll yet because you're not really doing anything.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be a reaction?
Sorry, you want some?
That would be a reaction.
Nothing.
If she interacts with.
Ay, Dios mío. Cállate y deja que termine de hacer lo que va a hacer.
I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do.
She's eating gummy bears at the moment. Give her
Okay,
a
then give
minute.
her a minute.
No, I'm really
Just
trying to figure out what I have to do. Do I have to time to go
Does she have to?
or I need to find out what he wants to do, but I don't want to waste a row.
Don't.
I mean, technically, you're in your office.
Sorry,
You've
do you want some?
given him a good report of 3
Let me
successful
know.
transfers. These are non-human, non-anything people. They're just literally walking plants.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
So
Yeah, I know, I give them.
What was that?
it's your choice if you want to use these plants.
Sounded like someone
If
scratching
you
the
wanna-
walls.
Ghost.
Why are you saying that?
No, seriously. It sounds like someone was scratching on the walls.
Manny doing something? Maybe Papa se no está limpiando?
The boom box.
Wait.
No, the bull box is off.
No.
First you got the boom box, now I'm scratching.
No, but it came from behind Kiara. It might have been that. What's that?
What?
That sound that you just made.
The plastic bag sound?
That's the couch.
No, the couch. Okay.
This?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That doesn't sound like scratching of the walls.
Wow.
And this is what we
That
expect
sounds
you
a
to
man
squid will-
scary.
I know.
The squid will protect me. The squid will protect me. Icky.
Mommy, can I have some?
She needs emotional support. I am moved, beloved by all.
No! His name is Chinasa! He is tiny! Quite literally.
Okay.
Jimmy! Stop attacking me! Oh no.
No.
They both.
Can I see where my guards are?
I am the genie of the
The
lamp.
ones that I sent away?
Miso.
Genie of the light.
I am the genie of the lamp.
When you throw it back, you have to say Chume. Chume. It's his name.
Technically, you can.
Woo!
Oh, this is so cool. I used to have one.
Hadouken Chinasa! I like how it landed
What do I
with the
do?
tentacles right there in front of her face.
What do I do?
More, you can have more.
1d20 to see what they're doing and where.
Wait, my things are all messed up. Is this D20?
Yes, that's the
Today's
D20.
Saturday.
It's still Saturday, yeah, tomorrow's Sunday. Calm down.
Yeah.
Technically 30 minutes away from Sunday.
Oh my god, but today's been the longest Saturday?
I know.
It's so lovely.
Yes! And we don't have to drive all the way half up to God knows where to pick you people up.
I know.
Wonderful.
4.
Hadouken!
4.
Yeah.
What? At what?
As you look at your 6 horde, you notice that 3 of them have broken away.
Did you seriously give her a crystal ball? Right on, girl.
Wow.
But you notice that they're walking under a tree branch with
Oh, no.
a wooden lady sitting on it.
Oh, that's not good.
Wait a minute.
So the voodoo right there.
Calypso.
Should I tell them?
What does that mean?
I don't,
What does Shinj mean?
I don't know. I was just looking up the name.
Can I tell them to move?
It's a looking glass,
Hmm.
not a
Wait.
talking glass.
Her name's Lulu. Lulu.
What else do I have left?
Well, technically you haven't used a movement because you haven't left your office. Your interaction was telling the captain that you had successes.
What?
Your action was looking at the looking
it?
glass. You have a bonus action, a reaction, and a movement.
So I want to leave my office.
Okay, leaving office or going where?
How do you leave your office?
I don't know. Going where?
No, you gotta leave it in.
I want to leave the facility.
Completely.
Outside the walls and protected.
So you're running away?
No, I want to get the green people first. My vegans.
You're gonna eat them.
How many are you taking?
I'm taking all 3 of them.
So 3
The
vegans.
babies.
Where's my gummy bears?
He's like, nope, nope, not here, nope.
You waited till I was on my road to take them away from me?
You already did okay.
Bro!
No, you lost something.
Yeah, you did.
I lost what?
You're penguin. You pay me. Where is
Lucy's
it?
gone.
Sneak thief.
Wait, where did he
Okay,
actually go?
I wanna get the
Work out
vegans
that
first.
You have your vegans. You called them.
Okay. Now I wanna leave
I
the
quit.
facility.
You're leaving.
Quit what?
Where?
Wait, but first I wanna, you know what I wanna do? Since I'm in a facility. Well, I'm technically, you never told me where I really am. How does it look
Hellsworn
inside?
Isle.
Yeah, but I don't know what.
What
I'm
is
in an
it?
island, I know, but where am I in? Am I in a like science?
The prison.
You're in a prison.
What
But I
kind
have a
of-
lab, obviously,
It's
because
the
I made
fifth
some
level.
vegans.
Remember?
Miso?
The 5th level.
Miso, spread your fingers out.
What?
Spread your fingers on what like wide. You're doing this.
Oh,
And she's in a
Okay.
prison.
oh, you're doing
And
this.
she's doing experiments on green people.
Guilty!
All she needs now is to go to her foreman captain and be like, see Kyle. Okay.
What's this? then?
Number 1, I'm Jewish. Calm your tits off.
Exactly. Spread your fingers.
There you go.
What's
You're in the
that?
5th level.
Either.
So technically, you're in the dungeon of the prison.
Isn't the dungeon in the bottom? What is it in the bottom?
Unacceptable!
Technically, you're 5th levels in.
Oh, so I gotta go downstairs.
All in.
You are downstairs. You need to go upstairs.
Okay, I gotta go. I knew I was downstairs. Okay, I gotta get out. So
Your
I wanna get out.
character is doing as much walking up the
Exercise, I
stairs
know.
as you
I
because
know.
there are no elevators back then.
I know. My gosh.
Or
Is she in what kind of like
You have
living area? Is she in like
experiments.
tundra and then jungle?
Kind of
and stuff?
X-Men
What kind of
experiments.
stuff is she in? What's
she's
she
in Alcatraz, people.
Thank you. I
She's
like
in,
that question.
yes, she's in Alcatraz.
Guantanamo Bay. No.
No!
Look, we're not in Cuba, but
This isn't the Bay of Pigs.
we're gonna call it Alcatraz. It's just a building on an island.
Experimenting with people. So.
Yeah. There's
Yes.
nothing but that building.
In the middle of the water.
That's
But
it.
there has to be some kind of surrounding.
Did it like sink underwater?
No.
No, muchacha.
No,
It's
I'm not
literally
I'm
an
not saying
island
like Naughty Boy.
With a prison on it.
But it has sublevels.
Okay, so I'm in the last level.
You're
I
in
wanna
sublevel 5.
I want to get out of the dungeon, get out of the building.
Going where?
Wait, but I was asking the question if there was a science room. I mean, a laboratory.
That was your office.
I didn't get out of that, did I? Because I want to get some equipment. I want to take some liquids and stuff.
I'm a gummy bear.
What kind of liquid?
Some potions.
What kind of potions?
Stamina, health.
No.
No?
Let her think.
Oh.
She has 3 vegans. Okay? Made out of plants.
Vitamins.
Anti-meat.
Multivitamins.
Is she a mage? That she
Oh my gosh, she's gonna
She's
make
a
a green
druid.
smoothie!
I want a life
A
potion.
druid.
Oh.
I want a life potion.
Gluten-free vitamins.
Let my people go.
But where are you going, Jules?
I have to find my other vegans.
The
Oh my
8 missing
God.
vegans.
But you don't have a
The
brain.
quest to become the ultimate vegan. God.
You don't have a brain.
I don't even know why I made these vegans.
Yeah, you do. It's in your backstory thing.
Mm.
Why'd she make the vegans, mommy?
Would you like me to tell them?
Mm-hmm.
Cause she wants to know too.
So, the Hellsworn are amassing an undead army to fight the Red Bannermen of Free Folk of Rosefield.
What?
The Free Folk of Rosefield have been stealing back bodies from the Hellsworn and burning them, giving the corpses their last rites.
And they've been eating meat.
So wait a minute.
Captain of the Guard Jules has been conducting experiments in making plant-based people to fight the Red Bannermen. But the experiments haven't been going so very well.
So can we just call her Princess Bubblegum? Please. That's it.
No, wait a second. So she's part of
A war.
the Hellsworn?
Yes,
Oh.
she is captain of the guard.
We're on opposite ends, you know that.
Oh no! Run! Run away!
Oh no! I made an enemy without knowing? That's not right.
Dun, 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 dun,
Popcorn
dun,
for
dun,
this
dun,
drama?
No.
Because your armies are going around villages killing people and taking their bodies, and I'm trying to figure out why and what's going on. And
I'm trying to figure that out too.
So what about you betray your people and go to jail and
Wait, what about my quest?
But
my quest
hold
is completely
on.
off grid.
You
Do
guys
I
are
even
forgetting.
read this?
do I even have a quest?
Let's reread this.
Did you not read yours?
I don't have a quest!
Let's reread this. The Hellsworn are amassing an undead army to fight the Red Bannermen of the Free Folk of Rosefield. You are not in the Free Folk of Rosefield.
Then that has nothing to do with
You're not my enemy. Calm down.
You are in a
Dude,
completely
you just don't want
different
to
part
get
of
killed
town,
right because
bro.
he's overpowered.
but the Hellsworn are killing innocent people to take their corpses.
Not me.
And my first cousin, he was
Not
part
you
of the...
directly.
Let's rehear that. The Hellsworn are amassing an undead army to fight the Red Bannermen of the Free Folk of Rosefield. The Free Folk have been stealing back bodies and burning them, giving the corpses their last rites.
What's last rites?
In nomine Padre Espiritu Sancti.
Alright.
You found what? Glass skulls.
Ow.
It's a school.
He has the skull.
He has them.
Are you not fan
Oh!
Wrong person.
Touchdown! Oh shit!
But like, all of their quests seem like sensible. Mine's just, hey, where are my parents?
That's what you wanted to do.
That is what I want to do. But I
No.
also have a crown that's like jail.
You have a crown that can teleport you anywhere.
What? What are you doing where you're at? You could
But-
have been left.
The moment that you use it, you break time itself.
Oh no, don't use that.
You should be using that! You break time. No, don't do
Don't use
it.
that. No. That's useless.
Incoming!
Wait. Who did it?
Oh, I got it.
Got it.
The crown belongs to the Silver King.
Question.
The Silver King of Mabel.
Who are the Red Bannermen?
Are you like the Silver King? I don't know.
You stole your crown?
You stole my crown.
Did you
That's a
die?
bad crown.
Did
You
die?
stole my crown to take the jewel to be able to break time to go home.
I'm not doing that though.
You're
Yeah,
not.
You can't do that. You're gonna hurt the rest of us.
You're not, because you decided to go on Chungus land. Your actions have consequences.
So if I just stop, drop, decapitate all of them, and then just other world.
Well, let's think. The Silver King wouldn't have been alive if you didn't take his crown. Because the Silver King and the Queen of Dun are literally statues because of the last Great War. The only reason they're alive is because you restarted them by taking the crown.
And I started a war.
Between the dead and the alive.
So those rose people are just because of me then.
Everything is just because of you.
The vegans is because of her.
The vegans is
The
your
war.
way of combating her
Oh.
and her intentions of going back to where she's not supposed to go.
What if I change my story then?
You can't do that.
Can.
I don't even have a story.
You have a story.
It says I have to make one because I didn't make one yet because I didn't.
I have one for you.
I don't even have a quest. I'm just there with Uncle Fred.
Yeah, you take care of Uncle Fred.
Well,
Okay.
technically in the book, there's more to it.
What?
Because we didn't get a chance to talk about it the last time around because we were
Oh.
hurrying off and doing stuff. But I put it into your last
So I
section,
have a story now and a quest.
Okay. So wait.
which is technically on the Facebook thing, but she could have shared the pictures of the pages with you.
You know I don't know
Kiara.
Facebook. You know Facebook.
No. But do you have a Facebook?
No.
That's why you couldn't do anything.
But
Oh, yeah.
she could have screenshotted.
Dun dun dun.
Don't look at me. Okay, back to my question. The gems. How many gems are there?
Okay, it's not your turn yet. It's still her turn, so we're gonna ignore you right now.
Well, I think it helps because it benefits everybody, not just one person.
Okay.
5.
So like Thanos.
Oh my God! Why? It's
Look,
the
people.
infinity.
Wait.
Dude.
Did I put her inside with the crown or is it outside the chest? 'Cause I
Moving
want her
on.
with the crown.
Where you put your things in your backpack is your
I
problem.
got the time.
Okay, so she's not with the crown at all. Got it.
She's in a box.
She's in a box. The
I got
crown's
the
in a
power.
different compartment in like.
I got the
set.
soul.
Anyways, if I take apart the gems, can they be used for individual breaks in time?
Technically, there's only one gem to remove from the crown.
Which is
The Infinity Gem.
Infinity Stone!
Come on, people! I can only get so many things out of so many places.
I really just want to
Marvel,
break time.
Doctor Who, Mary Poppins.
Hey, I have a plethora. Just because you could track the resources used
Wait,
just means that I have a very clear works-cited page.
wait.
That's it.
Oh.
Chuck it in the
Wait,
funny bucket.
Chuck it in the fucking bucket.
Can I get the roundabout in long run if I do my actions right? Can I get the king on my side to help me find my parents, and in return, I give back the crown?
Did you
Let's
mean-
make this as clear as possible.
I forgot my story.
Wow!
I know it's my turn.
There's so
but
much
I don't-
going on
I
right now.
forgot my story already. I don't even know what I want to do.
I know.
Well, I'm important because I don't have one, okay?
Okay.
You just want to steal people's hearts.
Well, yeah, because he's no name. What does he have?
No name.
It's
No.
I mean,
He doesn't even have a name.
What you
His
want?
name is no name! But anyway.
Watch, I gotta go there and take their heart and all that stuff.
No, but the thing is, if he goes down to meet up with you in the thing, his heart will turn to stone too.
I'm gonna get stuck there.
Okay, so I'll get out and then
You gotta
I'll
come
take
out.
and start pushing.
How are you
You-
supposed to get out if the moment that you touch outside, you're dead?
Oh, that's after everything, because I don't know. He's gonna take forever to get to me, so.
I'm
He's
there.
literally
You need to find
at the
another
door.
entrance.
Wait, that's another door. I heard you
Hold on,
say.
hold on.
That's
But
what
there's
I-
3 doors.
There's other places.
Hold on.
There's 3
But
doors.
the Silver King, can I get
Nothing.
him on my
You heard
side
there's three
if
doors.
I get my choices and actions correct?
He's essentially sending half the kingdom against you. Do you
If-
really think that you could persuade him?
If I give him his crown back, which is what he's after, I am willing to trade that.
Technically, he's not just after the crown.
But you did the crown thing for a reason.
To get my parents back, but if it's gonna
So
break
wait,
all
the
time,
Silver King is the one sending the undead army?
No.
The Bannerman. The Red Bannerman.
The Hellsworn. Against the Red Bannermen.
The Red Bannermen are under the Silver King.
The Red Bannermen are free folk and are putting people's bodies to rest. Non-use. At peace.
So they're the good guys.
Depends on what side of the table you're sitting on.
okay, so I'm an ultimate bad guy, got it. But when I break time, what happens?
Still sick.
We
Dun,
die.
dun, dun.
I can do that in my next turn. I want to know what happens.
You asked a lot of questions.
Doctor
These bunch of shit did shit
Hey, can
die.
I get a coin flip for something?
Sure, what do you want?
What do you want?
I don't know what I want right now.
Wow!
I don't know my
I'm still trying to
story
figure out-
anymore.
So tell me what you want, what you really want.
You're like the character from Undertow. You're an evil scientist experimenting on people to help a war. It's literally this story.
You're
from
literally
Undertow.
fighting with the undead to take over. Okay, have you ever seen Game of Thrones?
No.
Oh dear.
I thought
You're fighting with the dead people
I was about to
help the
say,
dead people.
you have the army of White Walkers to take dominion over everything.
I thought Eric made you watch it.
No, he didn't. And plus, it's so deep. It's finished already, isn't it?
Yeah, and
Yeah, it's
they
gonna
really,
be too
they
many-
screwed the pooch on the end.
Yeah, I heard.
I mean, it makes sense.
It was like,
Oh my god! Oh my god!
oh, what the fuck?
Her turn. So you're taking your 3 vegans with, I'm gonna call it
Oh, I wanted to
10
take-
vials of life potion,
Okay.
and you're going to find your 8 missing vegans. You're gonna roll a d20 for ability to leave.
Just to leave?
Yeah.
Do I have the right one?
Which one is it?
Don't do it.
The D20?
A d20.
I think, yeah, you have a D20. Hey, easy with the cup.
I did not throw it as hard as you did.
Easy with the cup.
What cup?
Muerte.
Oh, that is
17.
Huh?
17.
You make it.
Bro, you ran up those stairs. At 17, woo! Up those stairs.
You went Mario up those stairs.
I was gonna say I'm scared of the dark, but I can see in the dark, so I'm good.
You make it to the top of the prison.
No, I don't want to go up. I
And
want to
then
get
you
out.
You have to fight him.
You
First
make
floor.
it to the top of the prison.
You think that's the first
Yeah.
one? Okay.
Go for it.
You notice that a lot of the guards that Elamir brought with him are gone.
Oh, God.
Oh no.
They dead.
You
Oh.
effectively have no way off except
Jumping.
for maybe using your vegans. No, out of the prison. Except for maybe using your vegans as a boat. There is no vehicle around.
What is
So
she
there's
even?
there's
A druid?
there's water. Did I have to use them?
You could have them kumbaya and hug each other and use them as a boogie board.
But then again, remember.
That's fine. I'm cool with doing that.
Wait. But you have to remember. There are merfolk, there are Cthulhu's, there are sea creatures, there are sea dragons and serpents and all of that.
This
Okay.
is true.
So I
You
don't
might
wanna-
get eaten.
This is also true.
You might turn them into
So
your
I
mount.
want to do.
They
I
might
want to
just
get.
melt inside.
I want to get a boat.
There's a 50-50 chance you might come across a sea dragon, and 50-50 chance of him eating you, or him
Being your
mount.
Yeah. I want
That
I want a boat.
And that would be your 20 cost.
Ferryman.
Ooh!
what's
what is
ferryman?
it?
A ferryman?
Yeah.
Okay, you know in Greek mythology, when you go across the river Styx, you give a coin to the ferryman, and he
Oh.
takes you across the river Styx
Oh.
to the other side. That's a ferryman.
Oh.
Oh, that
This-
type of fairy.
No,
This
you're not
per-
dead. It's just a ferryman.
Yeah, I
This
know.
particular ferryman is not somebody that you normally call on.
Oh.
Ooh.
Now,
Mystery.
they gave you this coin a long, long time ago.
Toss the coin to your family.
But it's not something that you've ever wanted to use.
Oh man. If I can't even use it.
But you want a boat?
And this is where your character goes: adventure, excitement, romance, death.
What am I supposed to do now?
Heads,
Jump.
the ferryman arrives. Tails, you're stuck.
Until
They'll
the
do
next.
it. They'll do it.
Until the next episode
Until the
of
next
Dragon Ball
turn?
Z.
I was gonna say that. Next time on Dragon Ball ZT.
Fuck! It's heads. So the ferryman arrives.
Charros, the ferryman of
Yes.
hell.
I want.
Charros, the ferryman of hell, arrives.
Other people name?
He's
Mind you,
terrible
isn't
now because
Isn't that the same name as the ferryman from?
From what?
Can he take me across? He goes.
I got it.
Do I have to wait till the
Next
next time? Huh?
Next turn.
Suspension.
Next time on Dragon Ball Super.
Go across it. Okay.
I need a.
Do.
So I got three. I have
Good
three.
sing.
Three.
I
I'm sad that not
Three
your
different
side
trees,
dragon.
and one of them has the
This
door.
is the last turn. It's literally midnight.
But no.
I have to write these up and into the book, people.
Yeah.
This is literally at least a month's like rapport.
Alright, so
So we're not gonna play
make
next
it
time, yeah?
interesting.
Not for a month.
Make it so
It's-
interesting.
I gotta write them. I gotta draw them. I gotta ink them.
It's so usually when we do a D&D session, everyone gets 2 turns and that's it.
Cause it's a lot of people and it's a lot of turns and it's a lot of work for me.
Okay.
And I do this on my lunch break.
It's organized.
So apparently his name is Caron.
This dude is Chakros.
Oh my god! I gotta wait so long! I just realized what you said, it just hit me!
I thought you were gonna
This
say
is ridiculous! I am gonna go crazy!
Charon. So to give you some background, Charon is the ferryman of Hades who carries souls of the newly deceased across the river Styx.
Ew.
Okay, that's what I
Technically-
But this
So you're
simple, that's what I wanted to
Okay,
do for me.
so TM, I'm not using Chakron, but it's the same concept. He is the ferryman of the 9 hells. He ferries souls into perdition.
So you're dead.
Bill?
No, she just has a
No,
very
I just mean-
exclusive boat.
Oh.
One-time use.
One
yeah,
time.
yeah, I'm good. I'm good right now. For now.
Actually, you get a second use.
I'm sad.
After you die.
Alright, Hesu, make this one good.
Technically,
Technically,
I
what?
swear, if you die
you
again.
don't get that use
After you
What?
die?
after you
Oh
die.
fuck! So
just-
she's. Oh damn!
Wait, I didn't get that. I didn't
Oh!
get
You're using your one-time ferryman crossing while you're alive. So when you die, you're stuck in limbo.
Oh wait, so I could choose whether or not I want to use him now?
You called it
You
already.
just called him.
Yeah. You flip
You
the
need
coin.
to
and
ask
call
questions.
You need to be like me, annoying.
it.
The more questions you ask, the more you
See
figure
you
out before you
later.
do things.
So that means when you die, you literally gonna be under river Styx.
Well,
And he's gonna stay
technically,
there laughing.
in D&D,
Somebody gotta save me, so.
well, technically,
Nah.
there's
Only
only,
if you defect.
there's only one person in the whole group that is a member of Limbo.
Kefir?
No.
Do you all want to know?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes! Who wouldn't want to know?
It better not fucking be Dread.
Oh no.
Orla
¿Quién es eso?
Madison.
Gosh darn it, man.
She's the only one that picked Limbo.
Madison ain't gonna play no.
You gotta know Madison.
Give me your number.
Alright, Hesu gotta make it good. Hesu gotta make it good. Where is
Noni.
he up to? Where's he up to?
Mr. None.
Oh.
Oh,
This-
Mr. None.
TM, soon to be, no heart.
Oh my god.
Not gonna let you live it down, bro.
You gotta get another name, man.
You
no
are in
heart.
front. You are in front of 3 trees.
Oh no.
3.
One of them definitely goes to her.
The one that has the door.
Well, you don't know.
No, mine
Oh,
has
gosh.
staircase.
Oh.
Wait, what
He's
did I
already
read to
activated it, so.
So you don't have the one?
A staircase, but
One of them goes to her.
Wait a minute.
One of them goes to another part of the castle. And the other one goes to a room full of zombies.
Oh gosh.
Oh.
And that's the one where Dread's in.
No, don't pick that one.
And
Well, the zombies are doing the
No.
Macarena.
You don't
Honestly,
get to
the,
pick.
the zombies are stuck doing the Macarena from the last turn.
Yeah.
what is that a spell?
You don't get to
That's his
pick.
cup.
Oh,
the dice.
the dice get to you.
Oh no!
Ah!
Oh no.
Those are percentage dice.
Hold up.
Each one is gonna give you a different percentage. Only I know which one you end up in.
Okay.
It's not preordained. It's whatever you roll.
Those are all there.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh shit. Okay.
48.
Damn.
I don't know, Chris.
40, 50, 80. Oh, her face.
What does that mean?
Ooh.
Toss a coin
Just
to
take
your
the coin.
winner.
Not the
Take the
coin.
coin.
My letters were N, D, and Z.
Dragon Ball Z.
My letters were N, D, and Z. 40, 50, 80. N, D, Z.
I smell cake. I smell cake in
Your
my
door
soul.
ended up zombie.
Oh.
They're all doing the Macarena and you get to join them.
For life.
Oh my god.
After a zombie.
Now, I handed you this coin because instead of giving you sure fate of death, you managed to trick death once today.
After the.
Technically, there is no second time doing that roll.
Uh-oh.
Usually people that get double sixes, that's it.
Wait, does that mean I was also lucky?
Wow.
That I don't get it again either? That I was
Well, the
resurrected?
Reaper's after your ass.
Wow.
You cheated him, and you cheated him.
The Reaper is busy right now.
Yeah,
Being a ferryman.
he wasn't looking. He wasn't looking.
So, you tell me what you want to do.
To be continued.
No, this continue will be bad if you just.
No, but what is the choice again? To
Nati, the room where Dread fell in, which is like a room away from the zombies, or the zombie room.
why would I want to go to the zombie room?
There's a lot of weapons stored with the zombies. Because the zombies are actually...
Please tell me you can see over the blind.
I'm trying my best and like focus in on my This room full of zombies holds the Castle Blackfire's armory.
Oh.
Ooh. But, who's to say it's good and not bad?
These are centenary weapons.
That means
Weapons that have not been found in this planet, but everyone is searching for.
He would be wanted.
Oh!
so that means
He would be like really powerful, but everyone's gonna be
Somebody
like,
wanted
he
these
got
weapons.
And then
Because I know what she's talking about.
what is she talking about?
In
That's what you
this
wanna do
cavern,
there.
no, you're just being the one that's failing the most. Because first she got the captain, and now the one.
in this cavern are not just blunderbusses,
What are
but these are shove anything in the gun, fire the gun, and it goes.
But he's a level 0.
Doesn't matter.
These
Weapons don't have proficiency
No, how's he
levels.
gonna get through the zombies?
These weapons
Doing the Macarena.
have been so. They're literally doing the Macarena. This isn't a joke. They're actually doing the Macarena. These weapons have been so sought after by everyone in the world that they're invaluable.
You gotta get them.
But I can take and where I'm gonna pull in my backpack.
Yeah, you're back.
Yes! Yes!
Feeling there, how long
Shove them all in there!
Your
It's a
backpack,
magic backpack.
your backpack has as much space as you can write on the sheet.
So right, really small.
Small.
No?
Right,
Oh.
small.
Write numbers next to the name of the weapon. 60 times
No,
blunderbuss. Fuck you! 17 times.
they each have a different magical component,
I don't really care.
and they each have a different name.
That is a crock of shit.
But it is a vast armory.
I would say go.
Bro,
in
kill the
there.
zombie, set up shop, put up a sign.
So he got
Firearm sell
he has a
here.
50-50 chance of going to either the zombies or Nadi's room.
Right now, his fate picked zombies, but the coin of time has been offered to you.
The time stone.
Timeline.
And this coin lets you pick whatever you want, but it's a 50-50 chance.
Oh,
So
but he
wait,
could stay with the zombie
Heads is a
room if he wants
success,
to.
and tails is a fail. So
But he
success,
Fail.
So hold on, a success would lead him to whichever room he desires, but what would a fail lead to?
Death.
Like just dead.
Wait, but he already got the zombie.
Heart attack!
Zombies. He
Does he got the zombie room already? If he doesn't want to take the coin.
Technically, right now, No Name has fallen through the hole and time has stopped. And he is contemplating life itself, looking at Ha from below, going, what have I done with my life?
What
Yeah,
if
but
it goes
if-
with the oil, with the holy oil?
But if it's an instant
You should have done that before.
No,
Maza.
You have fallen through the
I'm still
hole.
there, falling. I can throw it at them.
That's
Maza.
what you're gonna
wasn't-
go for?
No, but I wasn't in the zombie room yet. How am I gonna throw them? Any?
Technically, when you rolled, you picked your tree.
I picked to go in there, and then I see the zombie and I throw them the holy oil.
You picked to go in there.
He could start doing them up there. I know.
Yeah.
No.
No, this is another 50-foot fall, people. Come on now.
I don't get
Okay,
but
I know.
wait, he falls and then they start doing the Macarena on top of
I
him.
don't
He
Yeah,
falls
they
and they're
catch
still
him.
doing the
They do
Macarena.
the way.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
got catch
the
him.
way.
There's
Yeah,
not
like
that many
the
zombies.
concert.
Come now.
No, I think it was
I don't
what
get
the
a
last
chance
time
to
they
use
went out was
one.
like 3 zombies only?
It was like 12.
No, it was only 3.
Wait,
No,
if
zombies.
he dies, who could save him?
Absolutely no one.
I'm not saving him.
Here's the thing, if I fall
She's
into
a
with a
freaking
zombie, I should be able to use my
necromancer
weapons.
lady.
She's not a
I should be able
necromancer.
to use my weapons,
mage.
whatever I have in my book bag. because
Oh,
I'm there.
mage
You are
is different.
technically floating through the air.
Mhm.
You are a live body with a heart not stone.
That I will steal.
Mind you, you're basically, I've been falling for 2 hours now.
Okay, if you give me your heart, I'll save you.
Yeah, but I can throw them. Well, why can I get
The only way for you to save him would be to switch the hearts, and he would be stuck in there forever.
Oh yeah, okay. We'll
Oh
do that.
no.
And that was the end of No Name.
He only had 2
For-
rows.
that was the end of No Heart, formerly No Name.
This is a horrible game.
Welcome to D&D.
Okay, so what is the so you say I cannot use the holy? I can use anything because I already went in there.
Yeah.
Your backpack is on your back. Your action has been done.
I'm falling.
This is your reaction.
So you want me to
This is you praying to your God, and your God answering you. Whatever
Bro,
you
roll for
pick,
dice.
whatever you pick, whatever you want to do, it's 50-50% chance.
Oh my god, roll the dice and pray to your god.
No, okay. So if I go to the zombies and that's a choice and throw them with the holy oil, then
Technically, you can roll to be in the zombies, flip the coin go heads up, and you grab onto a root of the tree and not fall to your chasming death.
Where you can roll.
So which one he could roll and not die?
All of them include death
Oh god.
if it's a tails, and all of them include life if it's a head.
heads.
Oh okay.
That's a lot of pressure.
so toss it and then with the zombie my
You have to pick which room first.
Okay, so zombies, not this room, and what's the other one?
Dread's room is the room before the zombies. The zombies cannot see you.
If I go to the zombie, do I die anyway?
Depends on the flip of the coin.
The Macarena.
They can macarena you to death.
I mean, you don't
Technically,
have a
No, they're
What if
different.
I
They're
go-
so
A
sick.
positive zombie is you holding on to a tree root and not dying.
But how would I know that happened?
I'm telling you.
You're gonna know if it happens because she's gonna tell you if it happens or not.
Okay,
A
and
positive,
Wait, who's your
a
god?
zombie.
Who do you?
his god is
Amos? Hurts.
Balthazar, keeper of the elements.
Oh, you need to pray to her.
Wait.
Him. You need to pray to
Wait,
him.
is Belfazar up for me too because I have a crown and that's like an element of...
We're not talking about.
Do I even have a gun? Do I have anything?
Nah.
You had a 6 staff and you traded it for a cheap
Oh
Hertz, and you have to sing to Hertz to get a higher thing.
Oh, the dragon thingy. Okay.
I'm Hurts too, no? I'm not singing.
You've sang.
You know your
Zombies or like
Zombie.
zombie or
Pray
the room that had nothing in it.
The,
Pray
the-
to-
the
pray to
zombie
God
room
is
has
our-
all stuff, stuff on it.
Okay, zombie room.
Nobody said it had nothing.
Alright, so zombie room.
Zombie room. Life or death. You want to re-roll?
Heads! Oh! Yes!
Oh, I thought I wanted him to die. Okay. Oh wait, Lindsay! Stop telling everyone to die.
Good job!
And then you get to marry him, but then he kills you, and then.
So you're hanging off a tree root
I am Groot.
that by chance you got tangled in your fall through the side of a tree.
That sounds like.
So his organ was...
No, it's more like
There are
a queen.
12 zombies in this room.
Holy crap.
Oh, what?
12 zombies.
And he's a level 0, right?
I can
And he's a level 0.
Does he have any magic or anything? You
I can play a flute to keep the Macarena.
I got 20 darts. Can I throw a dart to each one of them?
I mean, you're tangled up. I don't think you can throw anything.
And you're level 0, so you don't have like great range. Not range, I mean like aim.
Well, the aim is all the luck of the dice.
How good
Yeah.
is that? What is that?
You have to roll for each one you throw.
You got an
Wooden sack is a stick.
I can make a.
You got acid.
I can make an omelet.
You spit acid out of your mouth or something?
No, I got acid in a container.
Why does
That's
everyone always
fine.
want to use acid in my room?
I can throw them acid, or I can what is that?
Because...
And you didn't want him to spend all that money?
Yeah. I got clothes and I got soap. I know what.
I can wash them of their sins.
Nope. Give me 5 minutes.
Jesus.
Now that I know that I'm like a
holding
time
on, so I can
paradox,
throw
like,
darts.
that opens up so many
Yeah.
things.
Shut up.
All I'm worried about is changing my staff back, because I can't believe I did.
Like holding
My
on.
next turn, if
I
I
had a
find you...
crossbow! So I knew back then that I wanted my main one to be a staff, but I also wanted a bow. So if
That's
I
why you
put
bought the
that-
crossbow.
I got a
What?
stick.
It-
I
wow,
got
I
a stick.
should've-
Look, I wouldn't stack. It's not magical, but you
A
can
wooden,
have it.
it's just a wooden staff.
Useless.
Lady!
Not useless! You could probably craft that with one, like, magical gemstone, because that exists.
Or you can trade it for like what is it?
The ball.
Slingshot.
Nah, fam.
Anyway, so holy oil or darts? What do you think?
You're tangled up, son.
No, he isn't tangled up. He's
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
like
he's
the-
tangled up in the
I
roots.
got
Dude,
seal.
the zombies are gonna be over here and you're gonna be like,
And how's he gonna light it?
They're gonna be like,
Do you have matches?
Huh?
Do you have matches?
No.
Oh shit, how you gonna light
I got
it? I'm just gonna draw a fire.
Oh,
is that the end of his turn?
holy oil has to be light up.
Yeah.
What for?
Or it won't do anything.
You got a torch, but you have no way of lighting
wait,
it.
wait.
First
Is he
never-
inside or is he outside?
He's- He fell through the hole and got tangled
Can you wait
up.
till
Is
day?
he tangled up
He's
or he's holding
he's-
on?
No, he's tangled in tree roots.
So use the acid to bring yourself out.
No.
And then fall into the zombies.
Use the dagger to cut yourself off the tree.
And
Or-
fall into the zombies.
Just or. You know, the thing that nobody's thought of yet?
Just waiting.
Call out to near north.
She's like, nah, fam, nah.
distracting
Hey,
her.
Uncle Fred, go tell him to go.
Go away, zombies. Go away.
Guys.
You! Stop dancing. Go away.
I mean, she's your
He's
bounty.
asking. He said, "Hey Google, clone Auntie."
I mean, technically, I have 100 arrows, and then my next turn I
Misa.
can turn into a.
He comes.
Technically, you have the head of the zombies as your best friend.
Oh yeah, my buddy.
Oh.
You have the head of the
Oh,
zombies.
My close good friend.
You
have-
Yes.
Oh, so they're gonna be mad.
Miso!
If you clone
Miso!
Auntie,
Bring on Rex!
Or we can threaten them like.
Or no? She doesn't know I'm looking for.
Huh? She doesn't know the way out. You went in.
Uh-huh.
She could go in. She could go out the same way.
No, if I get out of the dungeon.
If you go through the spiral staircase, you cannot leave.
So how
Well,
do I get
did,
to him?
wait,
There's
can
probably gonna be a
he leave
room
then?
there.
Wait,
that
wait,
can
wait.
have-
Nobody says that you can't go through another hole.
Exactly.
So he can leave.
Yeah, he can leave. No, no.
I went the other way.
He coin flip, bro.
So that means I
Oh,
can
so you
just.
can leave too.
So I can get my
I'm
dragon.
beating heart.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
since
but
we
she can leave
determined
if
my
she goes
dragon.
another way, yes, sir.
Well, mind you,
Wait.
she'll always have a hard stone. That can only
Maza.
take her so far.
Maza. Okay. Since we determined that my dragon is the one that breathes fire, I can literally just burn a hole in the ground. Hey, take them with me, and that's it.
You're pretty far though.
Don't
If
forget.
I get there, because that's what I planned.
Well, you have to pick him up, and then you have to come to us.
I need to level
Well, I
up
was trying to
so I
die
can threaten
because
everyone's
Brandon died
life
too.
so they don't disobey me.
And this is why you're the most evilest shit in the whole game.
I need to have power, because if not, they will kill me. That and the queen's in my back. So.
Ain't nobody said that they couldn't take Bandit from you.
No.
And then your dragon's gonna be like.
You know what? No. I'm gonna go to Phil, eat his head, and that's it. That's it. Wow. No, I'm gonna take Lucy. Lucy sounds like a better idea.
Lucy's bound to him.
I really need to shave this beard down.
You look
I just looked at myself in the mirror. I was like, whoa!
So
I really need to bring
I
this down.
promised you to do it today. I'm sorry.
You promised me.
So what
to
will
do
you
my
do
hair.
if I call, there's a chance that you're gonna hear my chances is not, right?
What you gonna do with that dessert?
I'm
This is literally a game of chance.
And I can throw darts at the. I have 20 darts.
I mean, you can throw a dart, but the dart's gonna be a 1d4.
And then if he does
It
talk to
doesn't do
me
that much
next
damage.
time, it
No, I
doesn't.
want to throw 12 darts, one for each one of them.
The darts don't do that much damage. The most you can do with a dart is 4 damage.
Wow.
And we're talking
It's
20 to 40
What about his
HP.
acid? How much acid does he have?
What if he cuts himself down? How far would he fall?
He has a veil of acid.
A what?
A vial.
One.
What? How big?
Just one.
Wait.
One.
How
How
far
big
would
is
he
one
fall?
vial?
One shot.
That's it?
One shot.
And if I go,
How
the
far-
zombies are there. If I fall all the way down, there are no zombies there. They're still there.
How about instead of yelling, you play your flute with high pitches to get her attention?
Dun dun dun.
Do you have a
dun,
flute?
dun,
Yeah, I
dun.
do.
You bought the stupid flute?
It might just save his life!
I told you don't buy that.
Why didn't he
Yeah,
get
I
like a
told you don't
magical
buy
flute?
soap. What are you gonna do
What?
with
So
soap?
one thing.
I already saw for something.
Play the flute so not they can hear you.
Okay.
I'm like, ew, what's that ugly noise
F
anyways?
sharp.
Like, ew, what's that ugly noise? Let me just
Okay,
get
I'll
back
do
to
the
reading my
flute.
books.
I'll play the flute.
You play the flute.
Yeah.
Can we get a kazoo up in here so we can?
D20.
D20, you gotta
D20.
run.
What you gonna do with the
Here.
dessert?
Yours was blue.
15!
What does that mean?
It was gonna be a 7. So
Off in the distance, you hear not the zombies, not near Norm, but a very great rumbling growl.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, great.
Who did I call
You
that?
put me in danger!
Call a dragon. A
I'm
dragon.
in danger.
Bro, no.
You better come!
A growl sounds more like a hellhound.
A dragon.
So I'm gonna get eaten.
Ooh, a bone dragon.
No, you won't get eaten.
That's
They
the
can't
end
do
of the
that to you.
turn.
And that's the show. We'll see you in another 2 months.
So I use the flute. Like I'm
I can't believe you've done
It's
this.
not a one-time use. Calm down.
But is it?
No.
No.
What, you're
you
gonna
have to
do
cut them out.
Oh, I don't have
The
to
flute. No, the top one
The
you
roll
keep
my-
everything. The bottom ones you, as you use them, it discards.
Wait.
So these
For
you
daggers
keep them.
and stuff,
Oh,
can
Except
I
for
stab?
let's say darts. Darts you can go around and pick them up.
Yeah, for like daggers.
Can I have him roll another d20?
Four.
You forfeit a turn.
No. I want him to roll another d20 to see what he's playing on said flute.
Oh my god.
I got you,
Two. Wait, mommy. But
so that you guys understand.
if I stab,
Wait!
if I stab,
Wait!
And off in the distance,
Hey!
gently.
Stop it! Don't do it again.
Oh my god!
Oh, we gotta go like this.
I thought it was a Macarena.
Can you imagine zombies?
What does Uncle Fred think of this?
Huh?
Uncle Fred, what does he think of this?
He doesn't hear it. You're down the chamber.
He put me in danger.
Do you see?
We don't know
ears?
what's happening. We don't know if that brown
He
is a
can
guy.
hear you.
I'll go further.
He can hear her say shit. I think he can hear
He
her.
can see her say shit.
Oh, he's our lip reading master. Through a door. He can see
He
her.
knows that she says shit because the door opened.
It could be Uncle Fred.
Miso.
Uncle Fred's beautiful.
Miso.
No,
Did we buy the body parts?
Yes, I did.
Where are they?
Why?
Where are they?
Why?
Where are they?
Why?
Can you just
What do you want them for?
please?
I need to do something.
What do you need to do?
I need
Great
a
job.
I need an ear body
Any no
part.
name.
I don't have any ear.
Oh.
You put me in danger. You
No,
know,
we
if
haven't
the
worked-
dragon should be
we haven't
like a
body
friendly
parts.
It's not a dragon.
It's not a dragon.
Fred.
A growl is
It's not
not
Fred.
a dragon.
What's a
You
growl?
see? I know. I said it wasn't a drag.
So what's a growl?
We don't know if it's
Yet
good
to
or bad.
find out.
To be continued.
Okay, so
Play the theme.
last time I
Hey,
almost
Google,
died and now
what's
I
a
know I died.
growl
This one I
D&D
didn't. So what do I get for
Google
XP?
doesn't know. What's a
XP?
growl in D&D mean?
I didn't get any XPs from Iron.
According to Dungeons and Dragons.
Wait, did I get any?
Okay,
In
so
your last one, you
Jewel,
did.
I'm gonna give you 500 for having the courage to deal with the ferryman.
Yes.
So she did number
And
one.
no name, I'm gonna give you 1,500.
Oh, nice.
Hey, did I get any XP for healing this dude?
No. No.
Nirnor, I'm gonna give you 150.
Yay.
Before that, right? You got 1,000. Not an extra 1,000. You, sir, 500 XP.
You said 150?
150.
Oh.
You said 500, right?
500 puntos.
So we're ending it now?
Yep.
Everyone has a clip.
Kiara, your
Right?
stroke.
Everyone.
At what?
Everyone has a to be continued.
Yes.
In the next episode of
Dragon Balls D.
No,
D&D.
the Chronicles of Mabel.
Dun,
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh gosh,
I-
this is gonna be hard to remember.
Ryu, you had 800 before that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Everybody got XP.
So I hit level 2 already.
Did you get S?
I had level 3.
Level 2 is 3,000.
No, I need a
You were level 1.
No. Oh, so I'm level 1 still.
Wait, no, I hit level 2, not 3. I'm low-key level 0. Oh, I can read